against the red. You push it?
Yeah.
Is it going?
It's going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't see the numbers. All right. Going to start out by giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Bakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah
Barakatah Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh
The honors to the apostle, elders, great millstone, much salutation to the brothers teaching the word for hopeful elect families, man. We're just gonna get right into it, man. Process of time. Everything takes a process of time. That's why we're still in this suffering. So, no matter what the conditions are and what they say about what they're about to do, whether they so-called bring the economy back, you know what I'm saying? We might have to. We're gonna have to suffer a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But for the time. But that's just the process of what's the Most High, brought us to, man. Everything has a purpose. Everything has a time. Everything has to be fulfilled in this order. So we're gonna have to come into the last of this thing, even though it might seem like it's tarrying or taking long in the flesh. Spirit is quickening.
Yeah.
The spirit is already. Babylon has already been destroyed. The so-called white man has already been, been written to be taken down. So it's gonna happen. But we just going through the physical emotions of it, man. The process of it.
Right.
Like we always say, we still in the garden, really.
Yeah.
We about to, when Adam listened to Eve, hearkened to Eve, we're not doing that this time. So we're
Right.
breaking that curse
Right.
right before that.
This is still creation. We're in the
Yeah.
creation of the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to the kingdom of heaven yet. Esau got to his kingdom of heaven,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the end of his kingdom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His kingdom is rapidly coming to an end right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. We still in the creation, man. We still, there's still the effects of these scriptures is still coming to pass, and the curses and all that we have experienced. But that's about the end. When we're in the kingdom, it's, all these things are gonna not apply to us, man, because it's gonna be fulfilled. So
Right.
we ain't gonna have to go through it again. No more curses, no more war, no more children being given to a strange nation and all that. So this is just the process of what the Most High had put in store from the beginning of the world, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
The Most High can't lie.
He can't lie.
He's bound to his word. So
Yeah.
these prophecies still have to come to pass, and
Yeah.
there's still a few prophecies left.
Yeah,
Right.
We just have to wait on that.
we have to wait. Go ahead.
It's 2 Ezra 4:1.
Yep.
And the angel that was sent unto me,
Mm-hmm.
whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer, and said, Thy heart hath gone too far in this world.
Your mind has gone too far. Men trying to figure out everything about man's timing. We ain't on man's timing. The watch that you have on and what you got to report to Esau is not real time, man. Esau, that's just a curse. The level of us being in our curse is subject to this devil. It says you should be subject to payments. Yes, payments got a date on it.
Yeah, they do.
If you don't be paid by this date, you're going to get evicted or you're going to get fined even more.
Or you're going to get your lights cut off.
Lights cut off.
Due date.
Due dates, man. So everything got an appointed time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Grace period.
Yeah, grace period. Go ahead.
And thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High?
Yeah, you going to this earthly matter and thinking about earthly time and earthly subjection of men and all that, but you can't think about on the Most High's terms. Go ahead.
Then said I, Yea, my Lord. And he answered me and said, I am sent to show thee 3 ways, and to set forth 3 similitudes before thee,
Yeah.
whereof if thou canst declare me one, I will show thee also the way that thou desirest to see.
See, that's how the angels dealt, hey, if you can't show me this, I ain't gonna show you that, or whatever. Go ahead.
And I shall show thee from whence the wicked heart cometh.
Yeah, when the wicked heart cometh, man, the wicked mind. Like, we got to go back to the origin of this thing. Like, before all this physical play, before Esau came into power, before we were subject to the, to the physical and the carnal shit, to death and all that, let's go back to when the wicked man started in his mind. Go ahead.
And I said, Tell on, my Lord. Then said he unto me, Go thy way, weigh me the weight of the fire,
Yep.
or measure me the blast of the wind,
Mm-hmm.
or call me again the day that is past.
So before the so-called white man was coming upon us to be the evil man, it was things that's going on before this even took the powers of the on this earth was to be, man. You know, the Most High is the Most High. All that before Esau, the Most High was. You know, go ahead.
Then answered I and said, What man is able to do that?
What man is able to do that? No man, man. Even to this very day, I don't care if they got jets, planes, they got what do you call it, the CERN and all these technical devices. They can't take the wind in a fist. What did it say? Take the
Weigh me the weight of the fire,
yeah. They can't weigh fire, man. The weight of the
Right.
fire, man. Go ahead.
or measure me the blast of the wind.
The blast of the wind. They can't measure that. Like we always say, they're trying to measure the time between this time, between space and Earth, and between the moon and the
Yeah.
sun, and the Earth and the sun, and
Yeah.
all that.
The weight of the earth, yeah.
Yeah.
The light years and
Light
all
years.
these things, you know, but they're saying like they don't know because they're talking that, you know, you hear certain scientists be saying the earth is 1 billion years old,
Yeah.
it's 1 million years old.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know, man. This whole creation, what is like 14,000 years old, according to the
Yeah,
scriptures.
yeah.
But yet they say that it's billions of
Billions
years old.
years
The
old.
dinosaurs was here billions of years
Yeah.
ago. You know,
The sun.
man has been on the earth for 1 million years, and
Mhm.
after he spent 1 million years doing this, and then he evolved into being a man after he was walking on his all fours.
Mhm.
Came from apes,
Right.
all from apes and all that.
Right.
The scriptures say, you know, there's two different fleshes.
Right.
Flesh of man, flesh of beast.
Yeah.
Right, flesh of birds, and so this guy don't know, man.
Mm-mm. But he'll put the numbers out there like he knows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he don't even know. He don't realize the process of time.
Right.
He don't go through that. That's why we always say his stuff is GMO, quick and shit. He don't take the process of time fulfill what it takes to have everything created properly. you know?
Properly, right?
You know?
Because when the Lord said He created the heavens and earth in 6 days,
Yeah.
they're thinking 6 literal days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
6,000, yeah.
Not knowing that it's 6,000
Mhm.
years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, 1,000 years for this, a
Yeah.
1,000 years for that, to get things perfect.
And
man.
it said the seventh day he rested, right?
rested.
And the day it's 1,000 years, and it says in the scripture, 1,000 years is the 1,000 years
day.
is the one day of the Most
Right.
High.
Mm-hmm.
So he rested on that 1,000th year, which was a day. You take your Sabbath day to rest.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So our days are not like the Most High's days. His man's on it. We might be seem like we suffering heavily, but it ain't really. Man, you could turn suffering up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? To
yeah.
really, like, we could have been done. Like
Yep.
the Most High kind of ease us on certain levels. Like you get to,
He could have punished us for a whole week,
yeah,
for 5 days.
Exactly.
That, you know?
exactly. 5,000 years.
Yep.
Go ahead. A long ass time. Go ahead.
Or call me again the day that is past.
Yeah, how can you call the day that's past already done, man? See, according to a spirit of prophecy, spirit of Most High, Esau is already done. He can't go back in the past and get his blessing back.
Oh, yeah.
That process of time is past. It was
Yeah.
fulfilled, and he can't go back. So you know what I'm saying, now, like, he's scratching to the heavens and scratching to try to get out of his blessing, crying or whatever he have to do, but he can't. It's already done. So
Right.
he gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, that prophecy has to be fulfilled, and this prophecy of us waiting in the process of time period has to be fulfilled, man.
Mhm.
You know, the Most High said you're gonna be subject to your enemies, going to slavery, going to be bondmen and bond. That you can't just get out of bond. A whole nation going into slavery,
Right.
you can't get out of bondage in one day.
Right.
You can't bounce back like that. That's wounds and that's psychological and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta bounce back from all that.
And these things has already transpired. The
Yeah.
slavery. We're at the time where our iniquity had an end.
Yep.
You know, when slavery was over,
Yep.
and then Esau he put when slavery was over, that's when Esau put that heavy
furthered the
yoke.
affliction.
He furthered the affliction,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? And now it's the time of him falling down.
Mhm.
His kingdom coming to an end.
Exactly.
And he knows it.
Yeah.
That's why he's trying to push out this new world order.
Yeah.
You know, but yet at the same time he's holding back because he knows that when he makes that move, that his kingdom really gonna come to an end, man.
Yeah.
When he tries to move in on the saints, man.
Yeah.
You know,
And
he knows
exactly.
that he has for a short time, but he also knows that the Most High is gonna make his move when he makes his move.
Exactly.
Yeah. Scripture say when the troops shall come in like a flood,
Mhm.
you know, that's when the Most High is going to raise up a standard against them.
Right.
You know, he knows.
Yeah.
He
It's
knows
prophecies,
that,
man.
and he's trying to
Upset that.
upset that
Yeah.
and prevent that, man. Prevent the Lord from coming. You
Yeah.
can't prevent the Lord from coming back,
Yeah.
man. Every prophecy in these scriptures are going to come to pass, man.
Mhm.
You know, all in time, like the brothers say. It's all coming
It's
in,
all
in time,
in the
bro.
process of time.
Yeah.
It'll happen. That's why we're gonna get that scripture though. Terry, wait for the vision, man. It happened, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the 12 tribes coming together happened. They can't debunk the 12 tribe chart. It happened.
Right.
You got 12. You got tribes all over there talking about they Zebulon, Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no man of our nation had distraught and broken up. We were gonna make that proclamation if they're not, you know, called by the Spirit of the Most High.
Right.
Hashem Yahushai, because you know we docile. We was all up in these other nations' gods, these trinkets of being carnal. You ain't gonna be claiming that you from a tribe and then prospectively in the whole nation of realizing that this is the truth,
Right.
unless it was called by the Most
Yeah.
High.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
got Israelites in other nations waking up.
Yeah,
You know, they're coming to life by this word, man.
Mhm.
This word is being renewed in them.
Yeah.
Though you once knew this, I will bring this back to your
Your
remembrance,
remembrance.
man. You know, so the Lord is waking up all of His elect and throughout all the nations,
all the
and they
nations.
see that, man.
Yeah.
And they are afraid, man.
Mhm.
Wisdom of Solomon 5, man. When they see it,
yeah.
they shall
in trouble,
be
greatly
troubled
troubled.
greatly, man.
Yeah,
You know.
that's right. Go ahead.
Then answered I and said, What man is able to do that,
Yeah.
that thou shouldest ask such things of me?
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto me, If I should ask thee how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea,
Mm-hmm.
or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep,
Mm-hmm.
or how many springs are above the firmament,
Getting real detailed. Go ahead.
or which are the outgoings of paradise,
Outgoings of paradise. Go ahead.
peradventure thou wouldest say unto me, I never went down into the deep.
Yeah. Ain't no man. Esau, he'll get so far and say he is the abyss.
Mhm.
He don't know where the end of the oceans is under the water, man.
Right.
He don't know the heights of heaven. He'll just say, "Hey, if we did, that's how far we can go. That's where the
it.
rocket exploded. So that we'll count it. They calculate the time of how long it took or whatever, and think that's the distance, and thinking that's the height of heaven, man. Most High got them tricked, man. Go ahead. If you could be in a pool and reach the bottom, you can't say that's the bottom of all ocean water, all waters that's been created.
Right.
You in a damn pool.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That was specifically designed for a family to swim in.
Yeah.
That ain't the ocean. Esau
Right.
Esau, Most High got Esau in a pool, thinking that's the ocean and seas.
Right. Hey,
You know.
as far as we know, because no one knows, man. We don't know on the earth.
Yeah.
The earth could be, the water could go through all the way to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You know, they're guesstimating,
Yeah,
man.
they guesstimate.
And
You know?
that's where Leviathan dwells at. It's in the ocean,
Yeah.
Right.
way at the bottom.
Yeah.
No one's ever seen Leviathan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I never went down into the deep,
Yeah. Go ahead.
nor as yet into hell, neither did I ever climb up into heaven.
Yeah, but the so-called white man that say he did it.
Right.
Oh well,
Went to the
yeah,
moon.
we been up there. You know, like, come on, man. And the angel is showing how you gotta keep your place when it comes to the Most High. He's the head.
Mhm.
He's the top. He's the what? It says the heaven is the earth is my footstool.
Right. And
You
plus the Lord said that He has set a bound
Yeah.
for him.
Exactly.
Not only as far as his lifespan is concerned,
Yeah.
but as far as he can go out into space,
Space,
man.
yeah.
He can't go out there where the Most High and the
Well,
angels dwell, man.
yeah.
He can't go out there, man. He
Mhm.
gave Esau just enough technology to kill himself, man.
Yeah.
Gave him enough rope to hang himself,
himself.
man. You know,
And
the
gave-
knowledge
yeah.
of the knowledge of the Most High is not given unto him.
Mhm.
You know,
He didn't set him up for a delusion.
right?
Hey, you think this must be heaven. This must be the outer limits. We didn't fulfill. We didn't prove God wrong. Nah,
Mhm.
man. You ain't even nowhere near. You know how you got holograms and shit to deceive us. Most High could deceive your ass, man.
Yeah.
Making you think you in a place and you're not, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You devils want to play games, man. You know. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, now have I asked thee, but only of the fire and wind, and of the day wherethrough thou hast passed,
Mm-hmm.
and of things from which thou canst not be separated, and yet canst thou give me no answer of them.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He said moreover unto me, thine own things, and such as are grown up with thee, canst thou not know.
Yeah, you grown up with these things, natural things. You grow up in the world, and you still don't know, and you still trying to ask questions beyond your understanding
Right,
of the
exactly.
heavens. Esau, he grew up just like us, and he's still trying to, you know what I'm saying. And these 2/3 jakes, man, that come against us, you know, and apostles, so forth. They haven't even lived life. They haven't even experienced anything. Jake block to block, ain't even really visit another city and got a nerve to say that he experienced something, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got Jakes that live in South Central that never been to Hollywood.
Yeah, never been to Hollywood.
Never been to Hollywood.
And it's only a, 30, 40-minute drive or something
Right.
like that.
Yep.
But still, they'll say, well, you know what I'm saying? They'll try to claim they block. Like, do you know there's people with missiles and shit out here
Right.
that'll bomb your ass off your block? Gentrification.
Yep.
They slowly remove you from your one area to another, which they desire you to be in,
Mm-hmm.
just by lowering prices, lowering rent, and or raising rent.
Yep. There you go.
You know.
Gotta put
Go
this
ahead.
up. It's Sirach 34:9. A man that hath traveled knoweth many things.
Hey, bro, a man that have traveled knoweth many things, and even in this truth, when you read these scriptures, you traveling in your
Yeah.
mind.
You're going back in time.
We're going back in time, and the Most High.
And in the future.
And in the future,
Yeah.
and the Most High is stirring up our mind because we've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to certain places before in the reincarnation.
Yep.
The Most High is steering us to remember. Like, damn, you ever been to a place and you're just familiar to you? Like,
Deja vu.
yeah, deja vu. I've been here before.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, but just like I mentioned earlier with that scripture, though you know this, I'm putting you back
in your
into remembrance,
yeah.
man.
Though you once knew this.
Though you once knew this.
Yep. Go ahead.
And he that hath much experience will
Yeah.
declare wisdom.
We'll declare wisdom, man. In experience, you're an expert in wisdom. You're an expert in knowing. You're familiar with everything. We starting to be familiar with the heavens and the earth. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High is showing us mysteries beyond this earth, man. You knowing about chariots is a myth. Regular people don't believe in chariots. You know, they starting to see them, starting to ask questions, strange lights and all that. But Most High gave us the wisdom exactly to know what they are.
Yeah.
So if Esau try to pull some bullshit, try to pull that hologram shit, Project
Right.
Blue Beam, we gonna be
Exactly.
like, that ain't the Most High.
Yep.
You know?
He's showing up in a chariot that he made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A big clunky
Yeah.
metal thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's not living.
Mhm.
These ships are these are entities,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
These chariots, man. These
Mhm.
cherubims, man.
Mm,
You know, living entities, man.
exactly.
Made by the Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Mhm.
that can shrink down to the size of an atom or blow up as big as it wants to get, man.
Yeah.
Or gets as small as it wants to get,
Exactly.
man.
Big as a planet.
Bigger than a planet,
Bigger.
you know?
But that's the process of time that these carnal men are subject to.
Yeah.
You have to wait. So we in the flesh, we have to wait. Spirit is quickening. Spirit could just grow that thing up right quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that travelled is full of prudence.
Yep.
Back in 2 Ezra 4 and 11. How should thy vessel then be able to comprehend the way of the highest?
Yeah, you just a vessel, man. Like, you just, you know, and we just record everything that we see. We didn't know about chariots, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because we lost our memory, of course. Most High took our, you know, remembrance away. It said those, the former things of no remembrance, and those that come after have no remembrance of those things that were before them, or come after. Paraphrasing, you know. So we don't have no. When you born a baby, you just everything is just you don't remember nothing. You just a
Right.
newborn baby.
No remembrance of former things.
Yeah,
And you don't
But-
remember your past life.
exactly. But you was here before, and you was somebody before. Esau don't know that. He think hey, he just born to being rich, silver spoon in his mouth. He gonna die. Nah, you was Esau
Right.
in the old world, and that's why you being revealed to this very day. In the process of time, it took for you to be revealed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So don't think that the Most High forgot about all these things, man. The process of time of slavery, you know, that we had to go through. We had to go through that. Beat, you know, whipped, sneaking out of the master's, so-called master's house, you know, being hung upside down, genitals being cut off. You'd be like, that's cruel, but we had to go through that. It's the process of time, it will be healed. Even your wounds of the process of time will be healed, man. Go ahead.
And the world being now outwardly corrupted,
Outwardly corrupted, carnal, they don't have nothing to do with the inner spirit of a man. Go ahead.
to understand the corruption that is evident in my sight.
In his sight. Like, you know, it's a carnal world that's outwardly corrupted, but in the sight of the spiritual insight, the sight of how we calculating everything, we know, like, damn, we in this fucked up world, man. We're not a part of it. Go ahead.
Then said I unto him, it were better that we were not at all.
Yeah.
Then,
It would be better if we wasn't even born to see this, Lord. Like, slavery? If you was a baby, you'd be in the womb, like, it forever. Like, instead of coming out to go into slavery, you'd be in there for like 12 months. Yeah.
12 years.
Yeah, Lord said, you got to come out. It's been 9 months to 10 months.
Right.
Lord, please, I don't want to come. He said, but men that are born of women, 9 months, you got to come out. And then you got, just like a whipping, you got to get that whipping no matter what.
Yeah,
like,
no matter what.
It might be pastime. Might say, hey, you going to wait forever or what? Because I'm going
Right.
to whoop your ass regardless.
You done went to bed. You done went to bed early,
Yeah.
thinking that's gonna.
Yeah, you try to
Come.
set your
right.
whipping, your
You gonna
schedule.
put it off,
Yes.
and she come wake your butt up and she
Yeah.
wake you up for a whooping. Yeah.
In your sleep.
Yeah.
Go
that you
ahead.
have to come back, you know, to play out your judgment in this
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
What you did in your past life.
Yep.
If you
Yep.
did good in your past life, you have to come back and, you know,
Yeah.
live your life.
Because you fulfilling your lot.
Yeah.
When Yahweh Shai was Solomon, he hadn't fulfilled his lot right there. He had to come back as Yahweh Shai.
In the process of
Fulfill-
time.
the process of time, he had to fulfill his lot as Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
And he overcame.
The Lord said He required that.
Which is
Past,
past.
which is past,
Yeah.
man. So He requires your past sins, like He
Mhm.
did Yahweh Shai's past sins. He required that
Yeah.
because Yahweh Shai was a lamb unspotted,
Mhm.
unblemished. He
Yeah.
didn't commit no sins in His
Yeah.
body.
Exactly.
So what's the wages of sin?
Yeah.
Death. But if you don't commit sin, you don't die.
You don't die.
Okay? So is the Most High a lie since He put Yahweh Shai to death and He didn't sin? Is He a liar?
No.
No. Because he sinned,
Because he sinned.
in another
That's a
carnation.
good point, yeah.
You
That's
know.
right. That's right. And that's what we're doing, fulfilling a lot in the process of time. You don't know where you were with the Most High,
Right.
how much you did to where you were. We know Most High is merciful, for he forgives, but sin is that much upon us to where yo even in your past life, it could continue the route of that past. You know, you continue the route of your past in an instant in this life, because it might have took time. The devil worked on you back then. We was more knit with us being a nation, more knit to, you know, the commandments and all that. We was carrying the priesthood, whatever. Now it ain't even no priesthood. Most High, you know what I'm saying? This is the only the word and how we are teaching according to the apostles and elders. That's the priesthood now. But back then you had different offices where we were disconnected different ways, and the Levites was over here, and you know, and the northern try to keep the commandments over here, and different things happening to where everything it wasn't a strong, you know, bond of a nation like it used to be, because all those offices that we had individually had us come together as a nation, man, had us functioning as a nation. But now we were totally destroyed on this side, so it wasn't no. That's why the Most High said you don't have no priesthood. Your princes are dead. Your kings are dead. It says you shall be as gods, but you should die as one of the
You shall die as men.
die as men.
Yeah.
And then after this says your princes shall be die by the sword and all that.
And then it says the gates languish. Man.
Languish.
You know, let's
So,
talk about our leadership,
yeah.
man.
So we totally destroyed on this side, man. And we see it through our 2/3 living, man. Where we could have been living. Go ahead.
The quick precept
Go ahead.
says 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means,
Yep.
for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first,
Yep.
and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Yeah.
And so there had to be a falling away
Yep.
even before this man can be revealed.
Yeah.
The falling of the tribes,
Yeah.
you know. Us
Even
going
to this,
slavery.
yep. Even to this very day of slavery, and then, you know, Esau being revealed. But you know, you can't, like Most High said, you shall surely go into slavery if you not hearken, do all these things that you haven't hearkened unto the Most High, do all the statute, laws, and commandments where He commanded this day, all these curses, and all these curses came to pass because He gave the word that this would happen if you didn't do this, if you didn't hearken to Him, and it came to pass, and it wasn't no way around that because the Most High, His word is what stands. His judgment stands. So we couldn't say the Most High, please, like a child. You tell a child so many times, and then you be like, next time, I'm gonna let you go one more time. Next time, you definitely getting your ass whooped. And that third time, or whatever that time may be that you say that to that child, you definitely get a whooping. You ain't gonna let him go again. Get off again. You gonna whip his ass, and you gonna whip him harder because he understood. He said he understood those first 3 times.
Right, that's that scripture.
Yeah.
What's that scripture? Those who it was better that you had not known the truth.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because you're gonna be beaten with
you're gonna be many stripes,
with many more stripes.
many
man.
more stripes,
Knowing-
because you know
seeing
better.
that you know
Yeah.
the word and you put it behind
Yeah.
you.
You actually
know?
said you understood what was going on. Why because you discipline your child, you talk to your child. You understand why I'm saying this. You whoop him the first time, and then the second time he try to get out of it. Please, I'll listen this time. Okay, I'm giving you one more chance. Now you understand what happened. You understand what's going on. Yeah, I understand, and that's what Israel was saying in the Most High. You know, and then next thing you know, like you ain't gonna get out of this whipping. So you went into slavery, got your head beat in, drug. Women, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be harsher that time because you're going to be like, oh, he trying to play me. I'm the father. You know, when your son, that's the worst when your son try to play you.
Yeah.
You be like, I'm wiser than you. I done went through hell. I'm reason why this house is standing. You go through all that and be like, I'm going to whoop his fucking ass, man. And the woman said, nah, just nah. I'm whooping his ass because he know better. And he know that I'm the man of the house and he know how this house is ran. So that's what Most High was like, he ain't going to have mercy on Israel. put them in slavery.
I got you right.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 17:4 is coming off what the brother was saying.
Go ahead.
It says, "And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage
Yeah.
that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land."
In a land, thy enemies. So the enemy, when you're in the hand of your enemies, who knows what he's going to do?
Yep.
Go ahead.
"In the land which thou knowest not,
Yep.
or not slot. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever."
It shall burn forever. Means
Yep.
for a long time. Most
Yep.
High angry with us for a long time, man. And that's why we suffering today. You be like, why is it taking so long? That's why. Forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if you don't have the proper understanding, you be thinking like, just like hell, you think you burn forever. No, Most High, he mad for us a long time.
Right. Forever is not eternity.
Not eternity.
It's a set amount
It's a
of time.
set amount of time.
You know.
So you better be glad that it wasn't really meaning what you thought it meant.
Right.
That eternity, because you'd be done.
Right. And out with this Christian doctrine about hell, and this is what they believe, but yet and it's supposed to be such a terrible place that you're gonna burn forever, which they think is eternity,
Yeah.
right? Eternal fire. Yet they don't take heed to it.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't scared of it. You
Exactly.
seem like that would scare the shit out you. Be like, you know what? I'm walking a straight line.
Yeah, 'cause I know.
I ain't gonna do nothing,
Yeah.
man. Cause for eternity, if I'm gonna be burning in hell's fire for
Mhm.
eternity, that would make the Most High a cruel power, man.
Well,
if he would do something.
it wouldn't be no merciful side to the Most High.
Right, exactly.
Most High says he's merciful too.
Yep.
So you devils, even when you call him Allah Shaya, which is demon-like power, that's to you because hey, you the wicked one. I mean, you the ones that don't wanna, that need to be put straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That don't want to listen to it. Yeah,
Even the Most High gonna be even merciful to the wicked,
Yeah.
man.
exactly.
Cause after a thousand years, he's just gonna put them to death, man, and that's mercy. Instead of having them to go through that hardcore bondage,
Yeah.
man,
That's mercy.
for eternity
Yeah.
or for forever, like y'all
Yeah.
like to say. You gonna be on Esau, just gonna be in the bottom in the pit
In the pit.
forever for eternity, man. That would be cruel. That would be cruel.
But it is in the process of time.
know?
That's why I said 1,000 years.
Uh-huh.
It is, yep.
A process of time. You ain't gonna know. But like we said, like even Yahweh Shai don't know the day that the Most High, you know what I'm saying, doing this. We don't know. We didn't know we was gonna be uplifted from slavery.
Right.
We thought it was like, damn, this is gonna be forever. Like every second of the moment. Like the
Mhm.
master coming in, slave master coming in. You like, I gotta probably die tomorrow. I gotta see my brother die tomorrow. How long, Lord? Like, and they kept on and kept on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got you right here.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 3. I'm gonna start at 1.
Yep.
It says, "To everything there's a season."
Everything is a season, man. Esau is here for a season. It said the devil was let out from for a season.
Yep.
Everything is for a season, man. Go ahead.
"And a time to every
A
purpose."
time to every purpose. While we're in slavery, while we went through slavery, while we're in oppression now, while Esau's ahead of us, or while he's on top now, it's a time and a purpose for that. Like the brother said earlier, he's bound to what Most High bound him to. He can't pass his boundaries. He got a certain time to rule. Go ahead.
A time to every purpose under the heaven.
Under the heaven, we on earth, right?
Yeah.
Earth is under the heavens. Go ahead.
A time to be born and a time to die.
Yeah. Now, you know what I'm saying, and even what Job said, why should we even be born? Well, there's a time to be born, time to die.
Yep.
But you know what I'm saying, there's some dynamics behind that according to Most High's will too. Because Yahweh Shai said he defeated death. He conquered the last enemy, which was death.
Mm-hmm.
So there's more to that. But in the earthly part, everybody got to be born and die. Earthly. That's why the Most High said, "Let earth be the earth." The earthly, pretty much attribute to the earth, and the heavens attribute to the heavens, because that's a different realm. That's why we finding out heavenly things. We're finding out like hell ain't forever. That's a heavenly thing to know.
Right.
Because if you're on earth, you gonna be scared and think that hell is for real and ever in eternity. And your flesh is gonna, might feel the flames or filled with heat light, and feel the magnitude of I could be burning forever. Just that's the instance of being sensitive to heat or just feeling heat. You can imagine the magnitude of you burning forever, being scared.
Yeah.
So that's an earthly thing, but the Most High gave us spiritual things. So Most High said, you ain't gonna you're not gonna, you'll die in the flesh. That's done away with. But it's a spirit that quickeneth. Remember that. So even after this flesh, Yahweh Shai conquered death. Even after this flesh is something beyond this. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was it on that one.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
well, not really.
Oh,
It
that's why I
it's
was-
a little more,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it says a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Yeah.
You know, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up.
Yeah. Time to kill. We went through that. We went through war. We saw men getting killed. You know what I'm saying? In our past life, we didn't went to war. We didn't kill people in a war, in a battle. Best believe all through these reincarnations.
Yeah.
We didn't went to war together. We didn't did our due. It's a time to kill, and it was a time to kill back then.
Mm-hmm.
Now is not the time because we at the end of times. If it was wartime again like King David, we would be warring like King David. But the Most High is showing something spiritual, to where he gonna bring back in the tabernacle of David, but it's gonna be spiritual, man. They ain't gonna be able to kill David. David ain't gonna be dead in the future kingdom, man. We ain't gonna die in the future kingdom.
Right.
They ain't gonna be able to kill us. We ain't even gonna have to go to war. That's gonna be shut off. Most High said you ain't gonna, cause what? We ain't gonna have no enemies.
Right.
They're gonna be subject to us. They're gonna be
Right.
bowing down to our beckoning call, every beckoning call, man. So we ain't gonna war. So the Most High said this is the end of all time. So hey, I'm reestablishing things spiritual this time.
Yep.
To where even if you die in the flesh, you're gonna be quickened in the spirit, man.
Hey,
First
bro,
fruits, go ahead.
when it says time to heal, a time to kill,
Yeah.
and a time to heal, that's like twofold, because you know it was a time for us to be killed. You know what I'm saying? And now it's a time for Esau to be killed and the wicked to be killed, and it's a time for
That's
now
right.
for us to be healed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord is healing the nation
That's
now,
right.
starting with the apostles.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And their apostles
Yep.
before them. You know, coming back to who we are as a people is healing us, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Before we were being killed all the day long.
Yeah.
You know, but
Exactly.
now it's the time for us to be healed, and it's the time for Esau and them, the other nations, to be killed.
Yeah.
Man.
Because it said the rain shall fall on the just and the unjust.
Yep.
So Esau, he got his blessing.
Yep.
And he's ruling, like, you know what I'm saying? We got our curse, but we was on top before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we even ruled during Europe 1,000 years. We had fun, popping concubines and everything. That was us. We have been reincarnated. We was having fun, man. You don't think we was playing music and shit? You see them pictures of the concubines laying,
Yep.
you know, oh my Lord, naked. That was for real.
Yeah.
That's how we was living. In them dorms, them dorms were tight too.
Yep.
It wasn't no, like, you know what I'm saying, small duplex. It was some shit,
Palaces, man.
Palaces,
Yep.
pillars and all that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that time. That was for that
That was
time.
that
Yeah.
time.
And Most High shut it down.
That
It wasn't the end
time.
of
We had
yeah.
to lose that.
Right.
Now we in this
Yeah.
this
Right.
time.
Exactly. Go ahead.
We done with that, bro?
A little more. It says a time to cast away stones,
Yep.
and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get, a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to rend, a time to sow,
Yeah.
a time to keep silence, a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace.
All
Okay.
that is the dynamics of Most High's creation.
Right.
Even on the individual level, we go
Right.
through that as a nation, but you gonna lose shit like individual level, your own wife, your children, or whatever.
Yep.
It said it's a time to get and it's time to lose.
But what did that angel say to that woman when she lost her child in Apocrypha? He said, "You mourn for this one child. What about the state of Israel right now?" The whole nation. See,
Yeah.
we ain't mourning as a nation. That's why the Most High ain't listening to, well, the 2/3. They don't understand. They don't mourn as a nation. They protest for their sons or their own personal, their individual sons or daughters, and then they protest against their state. While when it's really horrific, well, the state of Chicago, state of,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? What about all Israel? We
Right.
suffering all across the lands and shit, man.
Our people even mourn and protest if they think that our people is doing something against Esau that's
Yeah,
wrong. They're
exactly.
protesting.
They're protesting.
You know what I'm saying?
They all
Oh, you
the way
shouldn't
mixed
do
up.
do
Yeah.
like that because not all of them are bad. When they treat us, they just lump us all together and treat us like crap all together, no matter who you are.
That's how you know the wound ain't been healed.
Right.
They strike you and you bandage it up by some protesting, and then with your own self, you be constantly like, you know what I'm saying, looking at it and opening it up, you know, because you imbalance. You for your people, but you for Esau. The wound will never get healed like that, because you're the poison and the sore is Esau really. He's just putting it on you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's just putting it on you to make you think that you the problem, but he's the problem. You
He's
shut
the
him
problem.
out,
Exactly.
you know. Through the process of time, your wounds are gonna be healed because you know you don't no longer let the enemy strike you. Just like said, who shall pity a charmer? When he go and charm the snake, you gonna get
Right.
bit. You gonna keep coming getting bit and saying and keep getting bandaged up like
Yeah.
ain't nobody gonna. Pretty soon they gonna be like, why? What the I ain't gonna give you no more medicine and shit.
Right. Why you constantly thinking Esau is your friend, man?
Yeah.
He's showing you every day that he's not your friend, that he is your enemy, man. Just like with this latest case. You know, I know everybody's seeing it, but the
Yeah.
guy,
His son?
the guy and his son that
Yeah.
shot the Jake that was jogging.
Mhm.
Audrey guy.
Yeah, the Aubrey guy.
Yep.
You know, that's showing you right there. It took them 2 months, you know, to bring them to some somewhat called justice to arrest them.
Yeah.
But it was only because, you know, people saw it and it was being filmed, and the guy who leaked it out thought it would help them. The white dudes, he thought it would help them to say that they were innocent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it hurted them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the only reason that they put it out there is because what? Everybody saw it now.
Yeah.
You can't
Exactly.
you can't hide it
Hide
no
it
more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't charged. Those two, I think one was a former police officer.
Right.
And his son, you know, they weren't charged at all. They were let go. But like the brother said, they released the tape, and it got worldwide or nationwide publicity, and then it kind of sparked it up to where they got arrested now.
Right.
You know, so imagine how much more shit like that is going on that we don't know about. You know?
That was the one. You're right. That's the one that they caught on camera.
Mhm.
You know, so for that one, you could imagine there's at least 1,000 of them happening, man, because Esau has a perpetual hatred, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, what was that in Genesis? What is that? Genesis 27. It say when the time of my father, death.
Death. I shall sue
I'm
my
mourning.
brother. Yep.
But when you know after the mourning of my father, I will pursue my brother
Yeah.
and kill him and slay him.
Yeah.
That has been perpetually, man, from
Yeah.
back there in
Exactly.
Genesis all the way up until now, man.
Yeah.
You know, that spirit, that hate for Jacob from Esau is on the earth right now, flourishing, man.
Yeah.
Okay? It's in full force, man. It's going full ahead, full steam ahead, as they say. And our people still want to turn the other head. Well, you know, that's not all of them, you know, or they always got an excuse for Esau, man. Every time, man. Know thy enemy, man.
Yeah.
You know, like iron rusters, you know, it's gonna always come back. His perpetual hatred is gonna always be there for us, man.
Yep.
Okay?
That's right. It's like we're in a loop, and the same thing is happening again.
Right. Yep.
This is our enemy, same enemy, Cain, Esau,
Mm-hmm.
Greeks, the Romans, same thing, same opposition,
Yep.
same opposition. Alexander the Greek was making the Maccabee sons eat pork. Same thing.
Yep.
They're gonna try to make us take this RFID chip, man.
Right.
You know, something small as a morsel of meat.
Right.
Wait, Esau sold his birthright for a morsel of meat. Now think, go to this time for this digital world, the RFID chip. So would he, just like the Maccabees time, set in opposition to us from that time when it was a morsel of meat? Wouldn't it be like the RFID chip to take as an opposition? Because that's how vain he is. That's how base he is. Everybody waiting for this miraculous, miracles out of the beast and a 4th of July type of thing. But no, it's just an RFID chip, man. Because of the process of time it took for him to develop himself into this belief of the later on life, him being right here in America, as Esau, to introduce the RFID chip to you, man. You know, go ahead.
Precept. And it took a process of time, like the brother was saying,
Yeah.
about the perpetual hatred. That was a whole process of time going back to the creation,
Yeah.
about that enmity.
Yeah.
This is Genesis 3:14. The Lord power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly thou shalt go, and the dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life.
Yeah, upon his belly in a base position, and eating the dust is confusion. And that's the so-called white man, because he can't get into heaven, so he's confused. He ain't going to tell us, but he's really confused. Go ahead.
And I will put enmity between thee and the woman,
Yep.
and between thy seed and her seed.
And between our seed, the Israel and you know, these Edomites, basically.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that woman, like you said, represents Israel, because Most High likens Israel to a tender and delicate woman.
Yeah. Exactly. In the process of time, it took for Israel to go down. She played a harlot, and you ain't getting a harlot is not. You gonna have to pretty much purify her, man, to be clean again. And it takes a process of time, man. So that's why we going through these things, man. Still under Esau. Did you get that? Finish that other scripture?
2nd Ezra 4, do you still want me to
Yeah.
finish that up?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in 2nd Ezra 4:12. Then said I unto him, it were better that we were not at all.
Yeah, if we were not at all going through this, because you'd be born, going through hell, trouble, got to pay bills, you'd be like, Lord, what is this? Because you talking about we the righteous, we going to receive this reward, but this don't even make sense because we faced with this. Go ahead.
Then that we should live still in wickedness, and to suffer, and not to know wherefore.
And not to know what it say, what for?
Wherefore.
Wherefore? Go ahead.
He answered me and said, I went into a forest, into a plain, and the trees took counsel,
Trees took counsel. Go ahead.
and said, Come, let us go and make war against the sea,
Yeah, let's make war against the sea, man. Go ahead.
that it may depart away before us.
Yeah, because you know water has a power to flood trees and take them. You know what I'm saying? Take down some trees, man. Go ahead.
And that we may make us more woods.
And we make more wood, be better than them, be more prolific than them. Go ahead.
The floods of the sea also in like manner.
But the floods of the sea said it also. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to get our part. Now, not saying that meant that, but Esau said even to Isaac, "Do you have one blessing for me also? Like I got to be blessed. I'm your son too." But he was blessed. Like Isaac said, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be blessed too, but in a different way. But everything has its course and time. Esau he was blessed for his course of time.
Right.
You shall have the dwelling of the fatness of the earth and the sword.
And the sword. But the Most High, through Yahweh Shai, set Esau up
Exactly.
with the sword.
With the sword.
You know, he said, your blessing shall be the sword.
Yeah.
But he also said, he that live by the sword
Shall
shall die by the sword, man.
Yeah.
So he put him in a trick
He
bag.
put him in a trick bag. But that prophecy came to pass that
There you
Esau
go.
got his.
Yep.
He was the son that that said what this birthright should do to me, and he still got blessed
Mm-hmm.
because of the weighing of the measuring of time that was supposed to be prophesied of those two. It says in the Romans, not according to the works, but according to him that willeth, which was the Most High, not the purpose of what they did in their works before they were even born. We're going to get that scripture. It was already prophesied that Esau would be Esau. He'd get his blessing. He would rule, dwelling, fatness of the earth and the sword, and Jacob would prevail at the end. It was already prophesied that, man.
I got you right here.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 3:17, it says, I said in my heart, which is mine,
Yeah.
the Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked.
And the wicked. He going to judge the righteous too.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob is the righteous, man. Even though, even the 2/3 that are wicked on this side, they supposed to be righteous. But they gonna get judged. Like, you know, the Most High said, Esau always, our people always trying to make excuses. You know my heart, Lord. You know this. But our people still gonna get judged on this side along with the wicked, man. Go ahead.
It says, for there is a time there for every purpose
For every purpose,
and for every work.
for every work, man. So even though we going through this, like even 2/3 Jakes, they getting drugged along with this bullshit, oppression. You might have a Jake that sell drugs because can't find a way out. Well, he's wicked. He'll die on this side, but he'll be up on the other side, man, as a righteous, but under the elect. But everything got a process of time when that's supposed to be. 2/3 ain't gonna make it on this side, cause that's the process of time. Like they'll make it later, when the first fruit. After the first fruit, when they've been born of the first fruits, but not on this side. Esau, he gonna be burnt up on this side, but the Rothschilds are gonna be left to take into slavery. So it's things that's happening according to what is prophesied of the times of what is supposed to happen during that time. It wasn't the time of the Roman Empire, and the time of our time when we was in the Roman Empire. That's why Yahushua said, if this was my kingdom, we would fight.
Yep.
We would have took over the Romans.
Yep.
But the Most High had to have the Romans rule just to show that he's the one that took down the Romans.
Right.
Because when Yahushua died, they said, damn, this had to be the son of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
The earth split and everything. So it's going to happen in this time when they try to come and get us.
Right.
Something's going to happen.
And the Most High raised up Pharaoh to show his
To
power.
show his power.
You know, the same way he rose up Esau
Yeah.
in this time right now
Yep.
to show his power.
To show his power, man.
You know, just like, because like it says up in Daniel, speaking about the iron mixed with the miry clay,
Yeah.
you know, that it shall be partly strong and partly broken.
Broken, yeah.
But the strength shall show forth. You know, the iron shall show forth in this time. And that's what's happening right now. The iron, even though it's they're torn apart from each other. You got Edomites fighting against Edomites. You got Russia fighting against America. You know what I'm saying? The strength of it is showing right now. The Most High hasn't brought them down to where you're gonna see that miry clay. But that's soon coming. That is soon to come, man, because now their tongue is falling upon themselves, and we're going to soon see the ramification of that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Because they captive in that prophecy of that statue of that of Daniel's dream.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they gotta be they can't break out and make another body of themselves. They gotta play that role of coming down, of being the miry clay and an iron.
Yeah.
And you can't mix that two together and still be a body of work or be a foot or whatever.
Right. And plus, it's already weak at the bottom because of the toes, right? If your toes, if you had bone and marshmallows inside your toes and shit, and they try to stand up, you ain't gonna be able to stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to stand up. And then upon all of that, it's not gonna be able to stand. Then you got that stone that was cut out without hands, out of a mountain, and that stone is Yahweh Shai coming back in them ships, man. You know, because it said, who was it that seen it? Who seen it? And he said he thought it was a mountain but he couldn't see where it was cut out at. Ezra, right? He thought he was like, damn, I see it. It's a mountain. but I can't even see where it was cut where it was cut out at,
Mhm.
man. That's Yahweh Shai coming back, man.
And that was prophesied to a time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
That image is going to be destroyed. That statue, that whole prophecy of that statue, image cut without, the stone cut without hands, going to smite the image.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be prophesied. We're going to see that come to pass.
Yep.
But it's not going to come to pass unless that's fulfilled in its proper time, man.
Right. Just like the Babylonians,
Yeah.
they had their time.
They had their time.
The
Romans.
Medo-Persians had
Yep.
their time.
Yep.
The Greeks had their times.
Yeah.
The Romans had their time. And now it's that little
And now that-
season.
yep, for-
And we're down at the toes,
Yep.
right? They have
Yep.
their time, and their time is almost up.
Because you don't think we was asking that in the 10 kingdoms? That's what this is about. We was asking that in when we was oppressed. Like, how long, Lord?
Yep.
Because those kingdoms lasted a while, man. Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was asking Yahweh Shai, but when is the time? Like, when can we kill these motherfuckers? You know,
Right.
Peter slicing out the ear. Like, we ready to get us cracking and started. But the Most High said, nah. You know what I'm saying? We got to go to the prophecies of these scriptures, man.
Right.
Done.
Go ahead.
So Baruch 4:25.
Yep.
My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you.
Suffer the patient, the wrath of the. And look, we. That's the Most High showing us love, saying, "Hey, you my children, but suffer patiently the wrath." Like He wouldn't even be talking to us. You know what I'm saying? You give somebody wrath, you don't have to explain to them if you don't know. He ain't explaining to Esau. Esau gonna be just destroyed. He ain't gonna have to explain to Esau nothing. But he talking to us like children, like, hey, I whooped your ass because suffer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Suffer
Take this ass
patiently.
whipping like a man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For thy enemy has persecuted thee,
Yeah, your enemy has persecuted you, yo. Go ahead.
but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck.
Yeah. Because remember it said we provoked the Most High to wrath.
Mm.
But now the wrath is going to come upon Esau because we
Right.
suffered it patiently. We suffered it patiently. Like, if you have a child and you whooping them and they act all fucked up, why you giving them whooping? You gonna give that child more lashes and all that. Because they rebelling, why you whooping them and shit?
Right.
You supposed to be like crying like hell and staying still like and taking it to where now the Most High know you ain't rebellious. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna have mercy upon you now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give you,
Yep.
and then now Esau, what the hell? I'm gonna deal with your ass. But you deal with your children first, and you whip them and discipline them, and you can't sneak. Like if they tell you, hey, go into your room, don't come out unless you eat or whatever. But you sneak out the window, oh shit, it's on. Now you gonna get shut out completely. He might try to look for you, like he looked for Adam. But after a while, that process of time, and you out there and you just being wicked, he gonna be like, you know what? Shut my doors. Don't even my son come. He gonna have soldiers out there or a watchman or whatever. If my son come, tell him I ain't here, or tell him don't let him in. Then you gonna be like telling the soldiers, that's my father's house. Like y'all tripping. No, and then he said they give you a letter like your father, bro. You ain't my. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It says Most High say they shall call unto me, but I will not hear them.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's gonna happen to the
Right.
2/3
Yeah.
right now in this time, man.
Right.
Because this time that's coming is gonna be like a time not before. And you don't think that our people are going to be calling on Jesus, calling on God, talking about what was that name that they were saying? What was that name? Yeshua,
Saying the name backwards
Yahshua.
and all that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gonna be calling like that.
Yeah.
But the Most High is gonna like, when your time come, I shall laugh
Yeah.
when your calamity come, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Because those same soldiers at the door that gave you a letter, that letter was pretty much like the laws of Moses. Like, I'm not even gonna talk to you no more. You just do these commandments, and if you don't, you ain't gonna be able to come to this house anymore. You know. So
Right.
that kind of that letter to us was like this book, like this is the letter. You read this book, and like it shows you all you got to do on the earth, because we got kicked out of Most High's,
Yeah, we got
his
kicked out
house.
of Jerusalem.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
he gave us the commandments like,
Right.
farewell, my son, good luck.
Yep.
Basically. you know, I'll give you a book,
Yeah.
but that's all I can give you. We ain't gonna be seeing our women in order, our brotherhood, and all love. He just gave us a book, like good.
Yep. Until you come back to
Till
this.
you come back,
You know, then I'm gonna deal with you.
then I'm gonna deal with you.
You know, and
but
so
until then,
right. So Abba Bivens came,
yeah,
you know, and set the hearts of the fathers, you know, back to the Creator, man.
yeah,
You know, he set us back up, man, to
Yeah.
whereas we're back to knowing our nationality,
well, that's
to knowing who we are.
that's
man.
the love of the letter that the Most High sent, and then at a given time too, He told us, hey, you know, now I'm building you a spiritual house, to where you know you don't have to be in a physical house to receive blessings and to, you know, come into my house again. 'Cause we
Right.
scattered anyway. We're not in Jerusalem anyway.
It's just the New Jerusalem,
The New
shall
Jerusalem.
come down from heaven.
Yep.
Now, is it going to be a city that's floating down out of the sky
Yeah.
like they put in these pictures? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They got the New Jerusalem
Yeah,
up on
exactly.
clouds. And
Yeah, come
it's
on.
gold, got golden roads
Come
and
on,
stuff.
man.
Is it going to be that? No.
No.
It's going to be the people.
Yeah,
You know, the saints coming down, man,
Yeah.
with that perfect heart. You know what I'm saying? With
That's
that fleshly heart, man.
that's right.
With the law, statutes, and commandments on the inside.
On the
part.
inside, even
You know?
Yahweh Shai, when he was purified into the heaven, he said, "Why marvel at me? I'm going to return to basically the same way.
The same
What
way,
you see
yeah.
me coming back with chariots down to the earth, man. Go ahead. In the process, I'm gonna get the definition right here. Procedure, operation, man. So when you sick and you go into the hospital, you ain't gonna interrupt the doctor for nothing. Well, they supposed to be righteous doctors, but you know this side they carnal as hell. But you know, it's somebody for your well-being. You gonna be like, do whatever you have to do to heal me. Like I'm fucked up, and that's how we came out of the 2/3 world and asking the Most High to heal us.
Mhm.
But it's gonna take a process of time. You ain't gonna come right away out the doctor, out the hospital, like
Right.
5 hours later. You gonna be like, you ask somebody, how long you gonna be in there? Shit, doctor say it's gonna be about like 3 weeks. That's a long time, you know what I'm saying, to, in this carnal world, to get back to your family and all that. So it ain't gonna be easy in this, as a world, as a nation that we went into slavery, and even getting back to the Most High. It's a process. You ain't gonna just return, just whole, and you gotta be purified. You gotta be sold up, operated on, and surgically removing those impurities and your that past evilness that came within in us
Right.
back then in since the garden, man.
That's isn't it Zephaniah 13:9, where he say he's gonna bring the third part through the fire, you know, and refine them as gold is refined, man.
Zechariah.
You know,
Yeah.
Zechariah.
Yeah, Zechariah.
Yeah.
13 and,
He's going to bring the 1/3 through the fire, man.
Yeah, man.
And purify them to take all the impurities out, purge
Yeah,
the
purge
saints, man.
Thanks, man. That's right. And Apostles got a breakdown on that, Zechariah 13:8, so you should look at that. Because the 144 is consistent of over here and all across the four corners. You know, so it'll be broken down in the video. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 30:20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity
Yep,
and the water of affliction,
yep.
yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers,
Yeah.
and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left. So yeah, it says, because when bro was talking about the apostles getting the word, you
Yeah.
know, it took time for that to get onto the internet,
Yeah,
and you know they weren't removed anymore.
yeah.
In the process of time, you know, the late 20s, even though Abba Bivens came on the scene in the 70s, you know, it took that process of time.
Yep. And
for
even
the
a
word
10-year dry period.
done.
To where if you're a farmer and you have a bad period, you can't quit farming. You gotta, cause you ain't gonna be able to eat. You know, you gotta keep farming and keep and wait for that first fruits of your produce or whatever. So even 10-year the period that apostles didn't get no fruit or hardly got any fruit or whatever the case before the internet unicorn, they still stuck in there, waiting patiently for the fruit. The manifestation of the fruit, because they believe, they have faith, and it happened. It happened, you know. A farmer, it says it takes 3 to 5 years for a plant to grow into, a tree for you to able to eat even what's edible of it.
Right.
So our people don't have that patience today.
No.
They got drive-throughs. If you 5 minutes waiting in line, they'll probably kill somebody, man.
They will.
Just because they ain't getting their food like in 5 minutes and shit.
Yep.
So it ain't no way they could have been a farmer or been patiently planting their seeds and all that. Even if you plant a seed in a woman, it takes 9 months at least.
Exactly.
You gotta wait for that. But a lot of Jakes don't give a fuck no more about their seed or whatever. The women sure don't, so they don't give a care about the waiting time of that period, man. But it's the same dynamics go within everything, man. Even with the apostles, elders, even us, even everything. Go ahead.
God, that was it on that.
But they waited for the precious fruit, and it says that in the scriptures to wait for the precious fruit, man. Wisdom of Solomon 7:2, right quick, since I mentioned it. But yeah, we in the process of our time of what we supposed to be in, man. Everything is going perfectly. It might, like they always say, the Most High is always on time. Everything is going perfectly, man. We don't have nothing to fear, man. We don't have nothing to worry about. All we have to do is fulfill our lot, and everything will run smoothly. Go ahead.
Like even going through that adversity, even when you're walking in that right path.
Yeah.
Brothers were saying you're still going to go through that adversity.
Yeah.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 7:2. And in my mother's womb was fashioned. Let me start with first one.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon 7:1. I myself also am a mortal man,
Mortal man, like we all are.
like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth.
Yep.
And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh at the time of 10 months.
Fashion and flesh. We all born in fashion and flesh. In 10 months, 9 to 10 months. Today is like 9, and then they even go lower because they induce pregnancy. Go ahead.
Being compacted in blood of a seed of man,
The
and the
seed of man, not a woman. Go ahead.
and the pleasure that came with sleep.
Yep. Go ahead.
And when I was born, I drew in the common air.
So you don't have to do nothing for 9 months. You be
Right.
informed. You just in the womb. For
Hey,
9 months. Go ahead.
it's like, bro, when it says the seed of man,
Yeah.
and when you go back in Genesis and it's talking about the put enmity between the woman's seed
Yeah.
and thy seed, that woman there is speaking of Israel, man. It's
Yeah.
not talking about a woman with a seed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, just to clarify.
Yep. Because even after of a nation, generation to generation, the man still lays a seed no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Go ahead.
And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth.
Well, ain't that what we all did? Drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, And that lets you know he wasn't. They were born a different way. He didn't.
Right.
He didn't fall into no damn hospital bed and shit.
Right, he didn't float.
Yeah.
It was like an angel or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He fell with gravity as well as everybody else.
And that lets you know the women wasn't laying down when they had children, because they have children standing up where he fell up on the earth. Go ahead.
Which is of like nature,
Yep.
and the first voice which I uttered was crying,
Crying, like we all. Go ahead.
as all others do.
As all others do. Go ahead.
I was nursed in swaddling clothes,
Even Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Go ahead.
and that with cares.
That with cares. Go ahead.
For there is no king that had any other beginning of birth.
Yeah.
And
Not even Yahweh Shai.
And he's the King of
He's
Kings.
the King of Kings. So not even he was born from a seed of a man into a woman. Swaddling clothes, breathing the common air,
Yep.
fell up on the earth just like Edris.
He cried.
Cried in his first,
He didn't come out quoting scriptures.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because it took a process of time. Remember it said he waxed strong in faith and all that. Go ahead. We in the process of time. Even our faith, man. It's take a process. You can't have faith like that. It has to be built up over a process of time, man. A lot of Jakes be like, yeah, smoking a blunt, yeah, fuck that RFID chip. Nigga, you ain't gonna be in that state of mind when they come to get you and shit. Your faith is gonna be gone. You gonna be looking for faith like,
What do I do now?
what do I do now? Because faith, that faith has to be built in you, and it takes certain ingredients and certain things that go inside a man to have him build up to the point where he's able to refuse something so big. It's not a small thing. These
Right.
elites got heavy equipment, artillery, devices. They got trickery, psychological warfare, torture. They'll keep you in a cell for until they break you down.
Yeah.
Have you watching the screen with people getting killed, your loved ones getting killed, and all that?
Yeah.
Or kill them right there in front of you.
Kill them right there in front of you.
You know.
Yep.
But you have to know these scriptures to know that. Just like with the Maccabees' mother,
Yeah.
that was like, you know, I'm gonna get these kids, I'm gonna
Children
get
back.
my children back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my sons back.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not worried about that. So that's a process
Yep.
of reading, learning, and building your faith through these scriptures. man.
Even the Maccabees, the sons themselves, the very limbs, they said, "I'll get these limbs back in the kingdom, man,"
Yeah.
because they knew that this body is just flesh and it fades away, and
Right.
we get a new body. That's why we waiting on them dudes' bodies, man.
Yeah.
Process of time. Go ahead.
That's why it says you got to be rooted and grounded.
Grounded,
You know, how
man.
long does it take for a tree to actually get rooted into
Yeah,
that earth? It
exactly.
takes the process of time for that tree
Right.
to grow.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
It's
right.
like this, build yourself up in this faith, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
It takes time.
yeah. Go ahead.
For all men have one entrance into life, and the like going out.
Yep.
Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon the Most High, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her.
Yeah, because when you get wisdom, you don't have riches, you know, and especially in this world, you looked at it like crazy and shit. You tell somebody about the Bible, they be like, shit, he don't got nothing to do with getting riches and shit in this world. Like you could sell out with a platinum album and get riches in this world, but you speak the Bible, they try to kill you.
Right.
So, you know, he said he'd rather have wisdom than all those riches of kings and scepters. Because if you don't have wisdom along with your rulership, you're going to, like Esau, he's not having, his wisdom is of the world. That's why he's failing now. His kingdom is going down now this very day because he don't have true wisdom of this knowledge, wisdom, understanding as Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Right.
He's going the other route.
Because he did things against the Most High, because the Most High said he was going to destroy the ones who destroy the earth,
Yeah.
man. So he's getting destroyed on just off of that alone, man, because he destroyed the earth, man. You got the air poison, you got the water poison, you got the people poison, you got the plants poison, you got the earth poison itself, you know, the land poison, you know. He destroyed the earth, man. So he will not be able to stand, because the Most High is going to just destroy him off of that one thing, man.
Oh, yeah. He said, how long he been ruling now?
A little over 500.
A process of time. He ain't done shit to show himself a true ruler, a true a righteous man.
A righteous ruler.
Yeah, he done had all this time. That's a long time to get your shit straight.
Yeah.
Let's say if you have 400, 500 years, most you know what I'm saying, not that he give you a time, but you know what I'm saying, like, hey, your father say, oh, I'm gonna be back, you know what I'm saying, about 400 years, son. You know, and then you so much of a fuck up, you can't even keep up that date. You still got the house fucked up on that date. You know what I'm saying? Because even the wise man that say discern the face of the sky and knowing when it's lowering and getting red to where he knows the storm is coming or whatever, or knows something gonna happen. Esau is just so rebellious, he just skipped all that shit and think that he ain't gonna be caught with his pants down, man.
Or held accountable.
And held accountable.
You
You
know?
gonna be caught with your pants down and held accountable and shit.
And hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah. Cause you trying to upset prophecy and upset time. You don't even know the Most High's time. You don't know when things are gonna happen. So you gonna try to go that extra day, go that extra hour, go that extra minute. Well, shit, ain't nothing happened yet. I'm gonna go another day. And that's gonna be the day that's gonna come and get your ass.
That's that scripture when he's about to sit down and fill his
Yeah.
belly, then sudden destruction.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
because the Lord got you pegged, man.
Yeah. If it don't happen today, that don't mean it ain't gonna happen tomorrow, man. Your ass, because everything, the Babylonians, they thought they was gonna rule forever. Roman Church Empire, they thought they was gonna rule forever, man.
Mm-hmm.
It says that the inward thoughts is that their house will continue forever.
Mm-hmm.
But all that shit got shut down. What makes you think America's not gonna be shut down in the
Right.
process of time, man?
Right. See, Esau think that he's the one, you know, controlling this shutdown of the whole earth. He thinks he really thinks
He
he's
think
in
that's him.
control. He think that's him.
Yeah.
No, that's like the brother's subject, man. That's the process of time,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
We're at the time
When
of his ending, man.
His ending. And it said that in the scriptures that it says that with the very things you acting out, already said that in the scriptures you would be doing that.
Yep.
Acting like you God, going
Yeah.
up beyond the heavens and up among the stars, and you know, got your space station.
Mm-hmm.
You doing that, that you would sit in the temple of God as if you are God.
Right.
Now we got
oppressed-
Space Force, the
huh?
Space Force,
Right.
Space
trying
Force.
to fight the angels now.
Right.
Yeah.
Because with his satellites out there, he could see the whole earth, man. That's like the temple of the Most High. That's where the Most
Yeah.
High dwells out there. He could see the whole earth, man.
Yeah. That's why. That's why. Remember, it said, "Beware, master, that you have over your servants, because you even have a master in heaven,
Mhm.
looking down at
Exactly.
your ass."
Yeah.
So even when slavery was happening, you should have been like, you should have, because they was killing us and all that beyond the extremity of an indentured slave, or what you're supposed to treat as a. Because we had Hebrew slave, you could have a servant,
Yep.
but your servant is gonna be hooked up.
Mm-hmm.
If we was each other's servant, if I was your servant, you was my servant, we'd be hooked up.
Oh,
You'll be dressed. You'll have gold in
Hey,
your pocket
look
right
at
now.
Solomon's doorman.
Yeah,
He was
that's
a-
what
he
I'm
was a
saying.
doorman.
A doorman.
And Sheba
Come on.
thought she thought that he was Solomon. And
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's
He
how
was
you-
decked
yeah,
out. It's
yeah.
like, oh shit.
Exactly.
Oh shit! Hey, hold on, girl. Hold on, girl. I'm just a
Remember,
doorman. Ain't nobody.
Remember, a good example. I think they got that from the scriptures too. Remember, Coming to America.
Yeah.
He said, he's not the prince. She
Right.
thought he was the prince because
Right.
he had
Right.
gold. He was pulling out a
Simi,
wine.
yeah,
Simi.
yeah.
He was pulling out a wine and everything like he was the prince.
Right.
But Hakeem was.
He was the prince, exactly.
But he was living like on that level, man. But how much, you know what I'm saying? But the Esau, he don't do that because he's the devil. Bible speaks of course, but he don't even realize the time. At that time, he was able to do that shit, and he went with it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jacob be like, oh, we got to report to the father, like, hey, Most High, am I going too hard on, like, you know what I'm saying? Are we going too hard on our brother? Like, they even had to do that with Benjamin.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But Esau, he further affliction. He don't give a fuck. He'll kill you, murder you. He don't report. Cain didn't report to the Most High. Most High had to ask, hey,
I had to ask him.
where's your
Yep.
brother, Abel? Like, his blood, oh, yeah, but his blood cried from the ground. Like, Esau said, am I my brother's keeper? You
Got
ain't
all smart with the Most
Smart
High.
with the
That's
Most
some
High.
smart aleck shit to
Yeah.
say. You know,
My
hey,
brother's
am I my brother's
Yeah.
keeper? That's the
Yeah.
way he said it.
But you know what? During that time, he didn't even know how he gonna have to pay for that as Esau. Later on in life, he didn't realize the later time, the process of time, that all through this time, Esau coming, and then the Roman entire, and then next thing you know, you as Edom gonna go into slavery 1,000 years. You didn't consider the time back then, man.
Right.
Even back then, they said, "Who shall hide me in the days of in the day of your wrath, Most High?" Because they knew they was gonna be born in the future. Like that's how much they feared the Most High. Like, man, this thing is coming.
Yep.
It's gonna be worse than this, Most High. Who gonna hide me from the day of thy wrath in the grave? Hide me in the grave, cause I'd rather be dead than go through your wrath, Most High.
Yep.
But Esau, look, he act like Most High ain't coming back. He act like, you know what I'm saying, Most High ain't sending his son back. That the angels ain't coming. That the chariots is not there. Okay, all right. Well, Through process
Hey,
of time,
Esau-
you'll find out.
Esau is super wicked, man,
Super
because
wicked, man.
he not even warning his own people, man.
Yeah.
He not even warning his
Exactly.
own people about the atrocities that they're about to
Well, that's why he said that the children shall be complain of an ungodly father.
Well,
Why
he's
do you-
killing his own people.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us, Dad?
Yeah. How come you didn't? Why y'all kept saying that they was niggas and they was this
Yeah.
when they was the sons of the living power?
Yeah.
And now they have power. They have spiritual powers, and they're putting us to death left and right
Mhm.
by all kinds of ways.
Yeah.
They dragging us out in space.
Yeah.
That's one of my dreams. Dragging us in space.
Yeah. But the elder shall serve the younger. That was prophesied, man. And even though Esau got his blessing, it said you shall serve your brother.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and he shall have the birthright, because that's what I used to say to Jacob.
He say, and he shall
and
be
he
blessed.
shall be blessed. What shall I do for you, my son?
Right.
After I have blessed your brother already.
He's like, yeah, he came to me with subtlety,
Yeah.
but he shall be blessed, though. I don't care.
Yep.
I don't care.
Yep. So that was ain't nothing Esau could have done. Back to the Future or whatever, back in time machine, ain't nothing you could do to change the
Yep.
blessing of
Yep.
or the not the blessing, but the purpose of those matters or that time of what it meant to come into play at this time, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that, and neither can we can escape slavery.
No.
The repercussions of going against the Most High, we went through this shit.
Right.
Even though, like they say, the Edomite children say, that wasn't me, that was my, I wasn't here. But you don't remember but you was here though.
Mm-hmm.
We
That
don't
wasn't
remember,
me.
but we was here.
Right.
We was slaves and all that.
And we're paying for it.
And we're paying for it.
We're paying for
even
it.
to remember, but you know why it's trickling down to where we ain't really just like whipped in the back, because this is the end of time, man. This is the end of the prophecies of Jake being punished.
Mm-hmm.
It said, "Rejoice, O Jerusalem, for the punishment of your iniquity has been accomplished."
Right.
That's why we ain't getting whipped no more, man.
Right.
We getting whipped on another level of
Mhm.
like it's more dealing with your mind of your fighting your faith and
Right.
fighting for the hope of what's coming.
Yep.
And
You're
your-
fighting Satan in your
Fighting
mind.
Satan in your mind. That's
Yep.
what's hurting right now.
Yep.
Cause you know what? If you ain't gonna be, let's say you was about to get evicted from your house. You know you ain't gonna be homeless. Cause you can go live with anybody. You can live with your, your relatives.
Mhm.
You gotta probably like, damn, you gotta arrange some shit. But you know you might have to live with a brother. You know you ain't gonna be homeless. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be out there on the street. Maybe these times are coming. Who knows what? But I'm talking about right now. A brother welcome you in their house, but it's just the fact of you being a man and fighting for that against the system,
Right.
because they trying to keep us down to emasculate us, trying to pump that estrogen to where you don't feel like a man in certain instances. Like if you ask for money, you don't, a man ain't. That's women been trained like that. Yo, you need help and all that, but it's the process of time. I'm going to be a king, but this is my, but the devil is on me. Devil is on us hard through this process of time, because this is his last strike in the flesh.
Right.
After this, these women don't understand that shit. They don't understand the spirit. After this, the devil can no longer harm us and shit. We gonna go back up to the Most High. But in the process of time, we still fear not this devil. Still believing in that hope and having that spirit and that faith. To be like, even in my lowest state, I'm gonna still be a man.
Right. Exactly.
Still take care of my responsibilities. Still be and still have hope and faith of a man. I'm gonna get back on my feet.
Yep.
That's the having faith. Because
Yeah.
Most High said, if you be faithful in your in small things,
Right.
I'm gonna be faithful in great things. And these bitches be like, well, he got an apartment by himself. So what? But Most High saw that as a faithful thing that you endured to get even that crib, man. that small crib. It don't have to be a mansion or whatever. Most High is dealing with us, man.
This is not our rest.
This is not our rest. We're dealing with the dynamics of what the Most High has to put us through, man.
Right.
You might have a big house. Who knows? You might have a small house. But the thing is, it's for a purpose of what's being shown of your integrity in the process of time. Later on, we're gonna all be kings and priests, Most High willing.
Even
First
the
fruits,
2/3.
even the 2/3. But at this time, we gotta deal with women and shit, wicked ass bitches and shit. People throwing stones at us. Esau coming at us saying, "You ain't nobody, you dogs, you less than dogs, you niggas, you spicks, you spooks."
Yep, and putting it on the media to show the whole world.
He's showing the whole
You know
world.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He is the
He
criminal.
magnifying. Yep.
He's the criminal of the world,
He's
but
the
yet he shows us like we're the criminals
Yeah.
and shit. Every time you turn on TV, oh yeah, a man did this, a man did that. The face is who? Jake.
Jake.
Yep.
Well, it says in that scripture, I don't know if y'all know where it is, but he magnified himself against us. Remember that scripture?
And
He magnified. Look that up right quick, because you just talking about it.
Right.
He magnifies our sins to make it look like it's just the most wicked thing in the world, like we the wicked, like you said.
Mhm.
But he's magnifying it. Jake ain't really like all those. Where are those killers and murderers during this lockdown selling drugs? I ain't heard no
nothing.
drug show that Jake is doing drugs on TV and on the news during this lockdown.
Right.
Where are all those criminals at? Because Jake take I mean not Jake, but Esau in his own glory, his own vain glory, magnifies with his technology and his devices Jake's sins to where we're the bad guys, we're the wicked, we're the
Right.
wicked, we're the most despicable evil thing on earth.
Yep.
Meanwhile, he's sleeping with little boys and passing these gays and lesbian laws and all that, and letting these transvestites walk around and shit. In the meanwhile, but during this lockdown, Jake, the earth has been quiet. What the fuck? So it ain't really been that much crime as Esau is portraying. It has been a wicked world, but Esau is magnifying shit.
Yeah. He not magnifying his shit though.
He not magnifying his
because
shit.
the Jake that just got shot by them 2 Edomites and
They
shit.
ain't been.
That wasn't even on the news unless it wouldn't have got out there like that
Yeah,
unless Jake put it out there like that.
yeah.
It was getting shared through social media so much that they had to act on it, man. But otherwise, it would have still been under the damn rug,
Yeah.
man.
And it would have probably been overlooked.
It would have been. Hey, what's the other ones that's been overlooked?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Thousands.
Thousands,
Millions. We
exactly.
know that because
Right.
we know the wickedness of Esau.
Yep.
This Jake's dying and shit. This Jake's going to the hospital getting checked out and and
That's
checking out for real.
That's what they telling you. They telling you don't go to these hospitals. The
Hospitals,
nurses are coming out and saying don't go to the hospital because they are killing you.
Yep.
If you're
J-
so-called minority,
Yep.
an Israelite,
Yeah.
man, they're killing you when you coming up in there,
Yeah.
man. You go in there and shit for a cut on your arm or something and shit. All of a sudden you got the corona,
coronavirus.
and we had to hook him up to a ventilator and shit, and he died.
Yep.
What? He just had a little cut, a simple cut.
Yep. Because that's the thing that we're in. We're in an enemy state, man. And no matter where you go, and all things you go to in this corner world is going to lead up to the devil, waiting right there for you.
Just like he
just
was
to kill you.
He was in that truck, man. They was waiting for that Jake to run up there.
Mm-hmm.
They were ahead of him, and then ran up on him
Mm-hmm.
and talking about, well, he didn't follow commands. Who the fuck are you to give me a goddamn command? I don't know you.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't follow commands, and that's what they're using to say, well, they were justified, because he didn't follow the commands.
Mm-hmm.
As if they some motherfucking, excuse my French, but as if there's some high and mighty, people that just can command you just off the, when you see them, you just have to obey them.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. White Man.
Yeah. But over and over again, there have been crooked, wicked cops found out to be not even cops, or found out to be some part of some inside unit to where they deception is found to where you can't even trust them either. So I got a right to question your commandments or your authority because I don't even know what fuck who you are and shit.
Right.
You just a
Right.
regular person in a damn uniform and shit. You know?
And
But-
if you've been sworn in as a
Yeah.
so-called
You
police
can still be
officer,
corrupt.
you gonna be corrupt. They show it on the movies every day.
Yeah.
These corrupt cops, man. It's every damn movie got a corrupt cop in it.
But that goes back to what we talking about, the process of time. That's why they got a court system. The court system's evil as hell, but it's still a court system, some kind of thing that's set up where the Most High is, allow you to able to see what kind of systems are ran according to what's supposed to happen. There is supposed to be a judgment system. There is going to be an order system. The new world order is going to be us.
Right.
Most High willing. We're going to be the real officers.
Right.
You are supposed to give out the law like Moses. That's the real law.
Yep.
Moses, you're supposed to pull somebody over and say, if you commit somebody, but they follow the wrong laws. Commit adultery, cops supposed to be pull you over and like, why you commit adultery? Or idolatry, why you worshiping this? I mean, if they were real lawful men, they were supposed to be pulling you over for idolatry, adultery, being a lesbian, being a faggot. They supposed to shoot you just like they shoot Jake unarmed and shit. And they supposed to shoot a sodomite like that.
Yep.
Cause that's the repercussions of being a sodomite. Of course, you got a law where you go in the law of order and you go through this procedure because you might be able to defend yourself as far as like, hey, nah, you lying on me. I'm not that, because that's what they do on us. They lie on us.
Yep.
Like the brother just said, they'll lie and say, well, they set you up to be promiscuous, you a pimp. Oh, you probably most likely got a coronavirus or a virus or a disease because we didn't saw you on media talking about you got all kind of women.
Yep.
And they set you up like that. Just because you got many women, that don't mean you got a damn disease, man. Or these other just unlawful acts that they have in this system, man. That's why you got to understand that you trapped in this world of these damn devils, man.
Yeah.
They're able to lie on you anytime and able to kill you at any time, make up a story on your ass, put it on the front of the public and the news, and we got people watching over there on the other side of town watching World Star Hip Hop, man. They're seeing how Jake is and thinking Jake is just a nigga all day. They don't know about righteous men.
Right.
Or they starting to know now, but they just see go off of what people they see on the damn new broadcast and all that. But in the process of time, the Most High allowed them to see, hey, look at this devil. No, it's really this devil. It ain't my children. It's this devil. My children might have, you know what I'm saying, you whoop your children for what he did, but who you get the drugs from, son? Who taught you how to do this and shit? And that's the so-called white man.
Hey, I was looking at a documentary, and it was a documentary on the Masons, right? And on the wall, they had all their little symbols and stuff, but at the center was a pyramid, and it had in the Syrian script Yahweh. Okay,
And the Mason,
They know.
yeah.
the Masons. So it was at the center. So they're up in there, just like you were saying. They up in there. They put
Trans
these
stuff,
shit
yep.
out there for Jake to go off,
Yep.
and then come back in that room and pray to Yahweh.
Yep.
And tell them, look what your children are doing. Look what these are your
Yeah.
saints. Look what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're out there eating pork. They're out there shooting each other. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They doing all these abominations in your sight,
Yep.
but you still gonna call them your children?
As it says in the accuser of our brethren,
That's it.
Yep.
they accuse us to the Most High.
Yep.
Because they know these Edomites been lying to you all, man. They know the Most High. They know the core. The people that they know who the Most High is. They know that they seeing all those things that's been prophesied in the Bible, biblical, that they can't just come to grips with. But they gotta know that they ain't. These are the people, man.
They're the wicked.
They the wicked.
They fashion society
Yeah.
to be contrary to the scriptures.
Yeah,
To
because
the law.
because they know the scriptures. That's why they're able to be contrary to the scriptures, because they know the scriptures.
Right.
Oh, the Most High says this. Well, we're going to put a pork in every restaurant. We're going to put
Yep.
pork in every restaurant and drop them from the sky, whatever we're gonna
Yeah,
do.
yeah, we're gonna put pork in the doorknobs.
Yeah.
You know, because you know we're not supposed to touch the dead carcasses.
Mhm.
So they grind it up and shit
Yeah.
and pour it in the goddamn doorknob. So when you touching the door, you're
You
always
touching
touching pork.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The football, it was made of pig
Pork
skin.
pigs, yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got Jake out there running and hustling for the shit.
Yep.
Little pill capsules is made out of pork, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, losing their life in football to catch a pork skin and shit
You
And
know?
they put women over the men.
over the men,
Yep.
you know, and they publicize that, man, you know. So
Hey, but I did a lesson last night and
Mhm.
I found this little meme on the internet. It says the kingdom of heaven, God's operating system. You know, the Most High, his operating system is going to come into fruition instead of the New World Order, the so-called New World Order, man. It's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not happening, man.
yeah.
Through the process of time, he was given a time, you know, to where he was given rulership over the earth,
Mhm.
but he never was given the time to where he would have complete
Yeah.
rulership, man.
It said before his enterprise, paraphrasing, is Most High would disappoint his enterprise,
Right.
man.
Disappoint them.
That means it's not complete. You could be in the middle of your enterprise and it's done. But you know, Jake often tries to interrupt the Most High's program. You can't do that. This is the story of the Most High. Like we said, he got the script, and and he got an angel telling the story. But Jake keeps asking, "Oh, what?" That was like Edges was doing. Hey, but Most High, what about this? You know what I'm saying? Before the time had that was prophesied, they was asking questions like, "When we gonna get the kingdom? How we gonna do this? You know, who's gonna be the greatest in the kingdom?" You gotta just wait on that.
Yes.
You know, this is a beautiful story here, man. You gotta wait on that, but they keep interrupting the story, and then the angel keep now you know what I'm saying. Even though this is not read like a novel, this is a mystery, but the mysteries are playing out like a story, man.
Yeah. Triumphing of the wicked.
Triumph of the wicked is
for a short
was
moment.
short, yeah. So Esau look like he's at his end. Just let him play the devil, man. We still gonna get on him, but you gotta fix your soul and spirit right to you know what I'm saying, to be right with the Most High, and not being getting upset at everything the devil do. I got it, you know what I'm saying, like a child. We
Yeah.
men now. We just be like, okay, I know this is the devil.
Yeah.
I know the devil's, you know, he trying to get into my wife. Yeah, I know. You know, let her scream out or whatever. You know, let her, cause that's all she want to do is get her feelings out. You know, this world just want to get their feelings out, man.
Yeah.
Everybody want to put their feelings on the line. You got somebody blowing their car in traffic. You can't get mad and say, "Oh, fuck you," and get out.
Yeah, you gotta understand that's the devil.
That's the devil, man.
Yeah.
And that's these people in a weak vibration. They just need to get it out. Like, all right, just let him vent, man. He might be fucker and you know, to give you the finger. You be like, Esau, man, upset like a motherfucker. We winning, man. When you have faith and hope, and you not going according to this world where you getting all upset because it said be angry and sin. Now, of course, we get angry, but we ain't connected to this world where we bugging out.
Yeah.
You know,
Men now. You understand as a man.
we understand as men. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spake as a child.
Yeah, we were children before. We spake as children. Go ahead.
I understood as a child.
We understood as children. Go
I
ahead.
thought as a child.
We thought as children. Go ahead.
But when I became a man,
Became a man.
I put away childish things.
Put away childish things. So you're not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, chasing Esau across the world because you emotional and shit.
Yeah.
You know, you see a brother on the freeway chasing Esau down. You know what I'm saying? There's certain matters that we might get into, but for the most part, we men, and we looking at these nations like, you know what, nation, you be at the job boss looking at you, hey, you know, he probably, hey, just do what I say. And you be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna have this dude in slavery and shit, man.
Yeah, you just gotta
You
understand.
can't
that
just
Esau made Esau.
uppercut him and
Yeah.
shit and be a loss of a job and shit.
Right, right, yeah.
You know?
We all deal with that. You know,
Yeah.
backhanded comments they give you. They act like they just above you, they just know more than
Yeah.
you, whatever.
Right.
You just gotta just shake that off, man. I'm here for my paycheck and I'm going home.
I'm
That's
going home,
it.
man.
It's just like you say, bro. You gotta accept the fact that Esau is Esau.
Yeah.
You know, we
He's
we
Esau.
were given the knowledge of who Esau is and
Yeah.
what he do,
Yeah.
what his skilo
Skilo.
or his mo.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
his modus operandus or method of operation.
Yeah.
We know he the devil and what he does, so none of that should surprise you, man. You shouldn't be surprised or taken out of your
Your zone,
your
right.
zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And being put off to where you're acting out of emotion.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to get emotional when it comes to these Edomites, man.
That's how you know a lot of these protests are set up. Because if you mad at Esau, you gonna act out, and you gonna be like turning over some tables or whatever. You don't schedule your anger and shit.
Right? You know what? Let's
Like,
be
you
mad
know,
on Thursday. Was
Yeah,
it good for you?
weekend, yeah.
No,
Good example, man.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
next Thursday.
Yeah,
We'll get angry on Saturday.
Right. Right.
Don't get angry then.
Yeah, because even though we out on the street, we be angry all through the weekend.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like that ain't no one thing, top thing, man. We cussing at Esau every day of the hour of the day, man. So that's how you know a lot of this shit is set up, but it's for a time to where, you know what I'm saying, we have to, these things have to play out, because it said Esau would be a liar. He
Yep.
would deceive the whole world.
Yep.
That gotta play out. And he's deceiving the whole world through this internet and shit. Well, how you think he gonna deceive the whole world? He gonna knock door by door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we visit this city.
He's deceived.
Yeah, he's deceived. They gonna do it by this internet.
Yep.
A broadcaster magnifying themselves as men that lead you to a certain direction, like Trump and shit. We know Trump is a full of shit, but his people following him like he's the next Messiah to bring them into this kingdom, which is the New World Order. See, they on a very, even though they magnify themselves, they on a very low level. But we know that. Most High
Yeah.
gave us the mystery and the
Right.
spirit to know that. But these people don't know that. But in the process of time, Most High gonna bring them to a point where they gonna know that, and it's gonna be too late, and they gonna be considered as the 2/3 of the people that didn't hearken, or the people that was blind. Let the blind lead the blind, and they both fall into a pit.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be them.
Yep.
But the Most High we got called in time to be like, well, okay, we know Esau got a period of time. We know that, you know what I'm saying, he got a period of time to rule, so long as he's ruling, we know that's the Most High allow him to rule. Because he was prophesied. We don't ever think like, oh, well, the Most High don't love us, or the Most High forgot his promise. Just because Esau is still ruling, that's a part of the prophecy of us waiting for him to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
We don't go over that and just believe in the Most High and saying he didn't come through. You can't put a time on the Most High. He didn't, like the Most High didn't come through. He said he's long suffering. How long is long suffering?
Right.
We don't know. How long is long? Nobody put you look at long suffering. It gives you definition. It don't give you a damn time.
It's long.
It's
shit.
long. How long is long and shit? You know.
Yeah. When you think you're there, go a little further.
Go a little further. You know, when you think and you say there, you think it's a long time. Go some more.
Go a little longer. Exactly.
We don't know.
Yeah.
So the process of time is gonna take longer than what you think. A period, because
Yep.
we in this flesh.
But though it tarry,
But though it tarry,
you know, wait for it.
Wait for it.
Because
It's
it will
surely
not tarry, man.
not tarry, man.
You know, because we're in that time of it not tarrying right now.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it was
coming quick.
tarrying when Abba Bivens came on the scene, and then when High Priest Ariah, King Masha, High Priest Yaquab was on the scene, and then when it went to Apostles Tahar on down, you know, for those years, man, it was tarrying then.
Yeah.
But now we're at that part where it's not tarrying, man. We're seeing the scriptures now jumping out of the book, man.
Mm-hmm.
These
Exactly.
prophecies, you know, the Most High gave the apostle gave Apostle Tahar the mindset to name this year the year of prophecy, man. And that's all we've been seeing, man. For the first 3 months, man, it was like it was popping like popcorn, man. Once it started popping, you know, it heats up. Your popcorn, when you're cooking popcorn, it heats up. You might hear one pop, pop, and another one pop, another one pop. But then when it really gets heats up, it starts pop, 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 pop. And that's where we at right now.
Exactly. They ain't waiting for the heating.
Right.
Y'all ain't waiting for the mother pops. You know?
Yeah.
The more pops are coming, man. And then the popcorn is done.
Yeah.
Then you can eat
Yeah.
in the kingdom. But for now, you're going to have to wait until that popcorn get done. You know? We're going to close out too. 2nd Esdras 4 and 14. Pick up back up there. So with Jake, when he's saying, how long, man, fuck this, I'm tired of waiting. That's his own personal, you know, problem with himself going through this thing, man. He ain't thinking about the long suffering of what the Most High said. Not even all the nations. It's some people that ain't even eating right now, man. That's eating off the ground, eating off the, you know, that bathing in damn a dirty ass river right now, man. You know, a lot of our people are suffering, man.
Yeah.
You know, in jail, innocently in jail. You know, well, you know, no man is born innocent, but you know, they still there. They in the flesh, can't get out. You know, go ahead.
So 2nd Esdras 4 and 14, and said, "Come, let us go and make."
Yeah, you can go 13.
Oh, sorry, 14 and 13.
Yeah.
Verse 13. He answered me and said, I went into a forest, into a plain, and the trees took counsel, and said, Come, let us go and make war against the sea.
You talked about that. Go ahead.
That it may depart away before us,
Yep.
and that we may make us more woods.
So it's going to say, well, you can't make the trees, the sea depart from you, because that's what the sea does. That's what the sea does, man. Go ahead.
The floods of the sea also in like manner took counsel and said, Come, let us go up and subdue the woods of the plain, that there also we may make us another country.
Yeah, the tree's supposed to be the trees. You can't tell the tree not to be a tree. Esau can't be not Esau. Jacob cannot be not Jacob. Go ahead.
The thought of the wood was in vain, for the fire came and consumed it.
Yeah, like you talking about the sea, but it's another something that could destroy you. Fire. Forgot about that. You so worried about this sea. There's other things that could destroy you and shit. You know, go ahead.
The thought of the floods of the sea came likewise to naught, for the sand stood up and stopped them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Sly, bro, that's just like they built the Tower of Babel, saying that they was going to escape the flood. Escape the flood.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that's like, I remember what you said earlier. It works vice versa too. Like Esau had his time. Just like we couldn't stop you because you the Most High's sword, you can't stop us because we the Most High's children.
We're gonna be the Most
and
High's battle axe.
That's what I was getting to. We're gonna be the Most High's battle axe and weapons of war. So when our time come in, you can't stop and say this ain't gonna be
right,
because you got the prophecy of you being the sword came to pass, and we couldn't stop that. So when the Most High used us as his weapons of war and battle axe, you can't stop that.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
So everything works against each other, man, and against, you know what I'm saying, one another. And the Most High, this is our time now, man. You know? So the trees, Most High said the sand stood against the waters, right? It says.
Con.
So look at Esau coming in as a flood. And Most High said, I'm going to set up a standard.
Mm-hmm.
He called us the sand of the sea.
Right.
We're going to stand up. The sand is going to stop the sea.
And what the Most High said about the water, he said he has set the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? That he can't pass, man.
So you can't get out of this prophecy of you can't exceed this. That you coming as a flood and overtaking or overcoming, it's not going to happen. Because you can't exceed your boundaries of what you was just able to come in the flood. But what about the prophecy of the standard that was going to be set up against the flood coming in? What about the sand that was set up against the seas that was supposed to overcome it? You see these great waves. Esau talking about riding the waves. What about the sand that the waves cannot pass?
Right.
It stops the waves.
Right.
Read that again, huh?
God, if the thought of the floods of the sea came likewise to naught, For the sand stood up.
The sand stood up. What did it say? They're going to stand up on their feet as an exceeding great army.
Yeah.
Israel as a sand of the sea.
Right.
You can't stop what the Most High is doing, man. He going to stop that flood coming in. Hell, he did it even with Noah's Ark. He saved Noah's in his house, and it was a great flood.
Right.
So it's going to happen again with this great flood. He going to save the elect. Go ahead.
If thou wert judged now betwixt these two, whom wouldest thou begin to justify?
Yeah, who are you going to justify? Go ahead.
Or whom wouldest thou condemn?
Yeah, because the Most High only got the ability to do that. He condemned Esau. He justified Jacob. It said that for the purpose of them which before was not even born, that it might be the purpose of him that will it, but not him that called, but him that will it with his Most High, his will, is going to be done. So all this process of time, everything is linking up and falling into play how it's supposed to happen, man. Even us to this very day. Our suffering is about to be over. Just wait. That's the process of time it said it was going to take. You're going to go into slavery. You're going to you're going to suffer, and you're going to, it's long suffering. But when these things come to pass, look up your salvation, draw nigh, and your redemption draw nigh, and most closer than when we believe. All these things matter, man. Go ahead.
I answered and said, Verily, it is a foolish thought that they both have devised. For the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea also hath his place to bear his floods.
His floods. He got his duty. Go ahead.
Then answered he me, and said, Thou hast given a right judgment. But why judgest thou not thyself also?
Yeah, you got to judge yourself. That's how, like, of course we cuss out Esau. He's the devil. But you got to start within yourself, you know what I'm saying, to become pure and going through them trials and tribulations, so you become pure, man. So Esau, don't worry about so much Esau as his devices, and, you know, sometimes you be like, damn, Esau he could throw us in jail, he could murder us and shit. Worry about what you and yours with the Most High, and all that's going to be done. He's written already to be destroyed.
Right.
Don't worry about Esau. On that level, you know what I'm saying?
Esau is the Most High's whooping stick.
It's a whooping stick.
So
nothing more.
Nothing more, right?
Yeah.
And the Most High is the one who directs who's getting whooped with it. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you ain't gonna get whooped with it, man.
That's right.
You know?
Go ahead.
For like as the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea to his floods, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth. And he that dwelleth above the heavens may only understand the things that are above the height of the heavens.
You see that? So us being stuck in this carnal world, we have to mind carnal things for the sake of everything being prophesied of what the earth is. But pretty soon we're going to be translated into a spiritual, immortal being, man, once we get past this. Because now we understand the elements of this earth to where now, okay, you know, we able to judge things, man. Go ahead.
Then answered I and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, let me have understanding.
Yep.
For it is not my mind to be curious of the high things.
Yeah, and you might have questions like, okay, Lord, but what about this earth? Okay, we forget the higher things. What about the earth? Go ahead, go.
But of such as pass by us daily,
namely, these things that we go through daily. Go ahead.
Namely, wherefore Israel is given up as a reproach to the heathen.
Now, what about this, Lord? Like, I know you mentioned heavenly things we can't understand and don't tap into certain things, but what about Israel just still being stuck here, subject to the enemy? Go ahead.
For what cause the people whom thou hast loved is given over unto ungodly nations.
Yep, ungodly nations. We see that now. Go ahead.
And why the law of our forefathers is brought to naught, and the written covenants come to none effect.
Yeah, like Moses in the law. Go ahead. Why? I mean, because it was for a righteous purpose, but why didn't it fulfill that pure spirit to where we're able to be over our enemies? Go ahead.
And we pass away out of the world as grasshoppers.
Yep.
And our life is astonishment and fear, and we are not worthy to obtain mercy.
Yeah, Jacob got all these questions. Go ahead.
What will then due unto his name, whereby we are called?
Mhm.
Of these things have I asked.
Yep.
Then answered he me and said, The more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel.
Yeah, you gonna marvel because this thing is deep. You gonna even marvel like even more of the things you're about to see. Like this is, we ain't even tapped into the apparitions and seeing things beyond this
Yeah.
world.
Them
So,
newly created creatures.
Newly created creatures, the very mind of Esau, like just you know what I'm saying, how evil, how connected things are. You know,
Mhm.
like everything is connected somehow to you know what this devil is doing. If we able to peep that and even extend it to the like seeing these apparitions, newly created creatures, things that's hiding in the earth, we'd be bugged out. Well, we you know who knows, you know, it's the Most High's call, but a lot of jakes ain't ready for that.
Leviathan.
Leviathan, man.
Man.
We see great whales, and that's a
Yeah.
marvel.
Yeah.
Sharks.
Yeah.
You see a shark, you bug out.
It says in the scriptures you can't put a hook in Leviathan's jaws to bring him out. Who gonna fish him out?
Right. You can't penetrate his skin.
Yeah.
Unpenetrable.
Yeah.
You can't even nuke it.
Yeah. His fire comes out of his mouth.
Yeah.
What the hell, bro?
Yep.
Godzilla. Real life.
Our people
Yeah.
ain't seen that before.
Nah.
And you know it's more than one of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Go
Those
ahead.
guys had them shits walking across the earth just stepping on shit. Just, just
Come on,
fucking
man.
shit up.
You worry about Esau's lasers and shit. What about Leviathan? And they show you that in Godzilla, because he had fire coming out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know they get that from the scriptures, make it look like a fairy tale. This thing is real. It's gonna
Yep.
come to pass. There's creatures in the in the waters right now that's able to. It talks about volcano fire in the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
you're not able to quench. It's so hot that it goes in the water and still on fire.
Yep.
So you can.
There's gonna be creatures with fire coming out of their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So even in these natural things, teach you that's possible, man. Electricity underwater,
Yep. Them electric eels
Yeah.
and those fish that got lights
lights
on
on
them.
the lights.
You know what I'm saying?
So how could you not believe in Leviathan? See, if they make it a movie, they want to mock. Oh, it's gonna be something, man.
There's gonna be some mockery going
Yeah.
on.
Yep. Go ahead.
For the world hasteth fast to
Yeah.
pass away.
The haste is fast to pass away, man. Like they give up quick. Like damn, fuck, just kill me. Go ahead.
And cannot comprehend the things.
And they can't comprehend. There's a lot of people that's suicidal. Like what the fuck? They don't even experience life to even realize that it's still worth living, even though it's a fucked up place. We still see the beauty and living of this place that the Most High set up. Go outside, feel the wind.
Yep.
We thank the Most High.
Your own creation, the
Own
fact
yeah.
that he created you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You should
You're a
be happy
living
about
testimony.
that. Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
You know?
Go ahead.
And cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time
In time
to come.
these Edomites can't even comprehend that and process the time of the righteous that is to come, man. They think our time is not coming. They think that this world is like it is, like you just live and die. You don't just live and die. It's principles. This thing set up on the earth.
Yep.
This dynamic set up on the earth. We just read it.
It's levels.
It's levels. You don't see Edomites. I wonder how, going to the beach, I wonder how why come the waters, saying, praising the Most High because he stopped the waters from coming over, flooding them and all that. There's people that live right on the Venice beach.
Right.
And the floods and all those big waves and waters haven't come into their cribs yet. But it could.
It could.
Yep.
Yeah.
It could.
It easily could.
Tsunamis, man.
Tsunamis.
What happened to the Philippines a few
Yeah.
years back, man?
Yep.
But what's stopping that?
The waves get up to a certain point and they
Yep.
just crash. It's
They
just
just
like
crash.
they ran into a brick wall.
Yep.
That's the Most High,
That's
man.
the Most High.
Because if the Most High take that off, man, it's more water than earth, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
it could
we
flood the
could be
whole earth, man.
Yeah.
Even when these
You know?
yeah.
He made the earth was flooded.
And just
He
like
made the waters recede,
recede,
man. You know, and
And just-
created new land masses, man.
created new land masses and all kind. It's heaven. It's water in the heavens. That's oxygen, man.
Yep.
But even as these Edomites are so dumb and ignorant and so rebellious and wicked, they don't even consider how that the earth is still, the sand is still there without being consumed and all that. And its process of time of where the Most High stopped its boundaries, we consider them their own selves of where their boundaries are going to be stopped and overcome by the children of Israel, man.
They don't consider why isn't the sand washed off the beach?
Yeah.
Because the sand is so small. It's just a grain of sand is like a grain of salt.
Exactly.
It's so small. Why is it when the waves go back? Why doesn't the waves just
Wipe it
wash
away.
all the
Wash
sand away?
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
why?
Why? Yeah. Why? And then when the sand is with water, you surely can't count that. I mean, you can't even count it when it's not.
Right.
But how you gonna tell one sand grain from another when there's water is consumed?
There you go.
The Most High knows the exact number
Yep.
Yeah.
of sand.
Yeah, man. So, hey, that's crazy because you can't tell who's Israelite or not, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Esau is way. I'm telling you, he's way out of his course
Hey.
of figuring shit out.
He had sleeper cells, right?
Yeah.
The Most High is the one with the sleeper cells,
Yeah.
because in their nation he
got
has
Israelite
Israelites
corners.
that look just like them.
Yeah.
And then one day the Most High gonna click them and make them wake up,
Yep.
and then make them turn on them like, oh, I thought you were my cousin. No, no.
I'm an Israelite.
I'm an Israelite. I don't have no
From the tribal.
relation.
Yep.
No relation like what's his name? Uncle Russian.
Yeah.
Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah.
No relation.
No relations.
Go ahead.
For this world is full of unrighteousness
Yeah.
and infirmities.
Infirmities. Go ahead.
But as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
The evil is sown. We see the evil, but the destruction not yet come. But destruction is not yet come, but it's gonna come, man. So we waiting for that destruction to these devils, man. Go ahead.
If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down,
Yeah.
and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
So without the evil being shown and taken away, the good can't come. Everything has to be manifested for it to show that different side, man. That evil to be shown to be destroyed. They gonna
Right.
see America be destroyed, man.
Yep.
And all they gonna know is that was the harlot. That was Babylon. They gonna know, cause it's gonna. Remember they said when things came to pass, certain times they knew afterwards. Like just like I said that they should know a prophet who had been among them.
Right.
When things come to pass, that's when they find out that
Yep.
shit, that was Babylon.
Yep.
Go ahead.
For the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam
See,
from the
it
beginning.
had the grain of seed that had been sown in Adam. So it had been sown, but it wasn't grown for Adam to become the wicked. It wasn't like you could have a seed planted in your head, but that don't mean it's gonna be fully grown for you to become a wicked. You're gonna Most High kills and cut off so you can continue in righteousness. Like he'll get rid of a wicked son and keep the righteous son. He brought Seth in, you know, right after Cain.
You mean after Abel?
Yeah, but I'm talking about, but that wicked seed was Cain.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what I'm gonna think. Yeah, and but Abel got killed by Cain, by the wicked, but Seth came in. So to continue that righteous seed.
Yeah,
So
to
even though
continue.
it was shown, the wickedness was shown in Cain, Most High, just because a righteous man get killed, that don't mean that's the end of righteousness.
Right.
He'll bring forth another son. Solomon, he brought forth Solomon after David's son died, to show that kingdomship of peace and royalty, and even Solomon went off, but it was still showing that line of us continuing our heritage, continuing the process of time of us coming into this very day. Go ahead.
And how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time.
Look, y'all see that right now. From since the days of Adam, the ungodliness now, whoo. You can't even, like, it's real wicked, man. Like, it's niggerish, like, it.
Super
even
niggers.
Yeah. You know how people was going off in the 60s, 70s, you know, and they was selling out, and you still had all that, but it wasn't extreme to where it, like how it is now.
Right.
It's like almost like night and day, man.
Hey, remember back in the day, they used to call, hey, what's up, brother?
Yep, it's what's up.
It was brothers.
Brother,
Hey,
yeah.
brother this,
Hey, brother.
brother that. You
What's
know
up,
what I'm
blood?
saying?
That
What's
was
up, blood? You know, that was a term of endearment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
But now you can't even say, what's up, blood?
Yeah.
Blood? What's up, cuz? Cuz?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
And
gonna get that.
Yep. You're going to get that. And that's how you know the Most High is quickening the time. Because that was not too long ago.
In the
as far as
70s.
In the 70s. That's not too long ago.
Yep.
You know, go ahead.
How much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing
Yeah.
come?
And to the time, how much more to the time of threshing is come? Which is, you know, go ahead.
It's about to come right
It's
now.
about to come. Yep.
Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed hath brought forth.
Yep.
And when the ears shall be cut down,
Yep.
which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's more coming in. After one wicked man died, another like wicked. It's just the floor is full of wickedness. Go ahead.
Then I answered and said, how and when shall these things come to pass?
See, he answered and said, hey, when does this thing come to pass? Like, when the wicked be destroyed, the destruction and all that. When can we see our time? Go ahead.
Wherefore are our years few and evil?
Yeah, why are our years few and evil? Go ahead.
And he answered me, saying, do not thou hasten above the Most Highest.
Dude, don't hasten above. You don't know what's going on with the Most High. He doing things for a reason, man. He'll take this person out for this person to come in, or this person, he'll hire this person out this way so another person can understand that story and come in on another, whatever. But his pieces being put in place by the Most High. Go ahead.
For thy haste is in vain to be above him.
Yeah, your haste is in vain, man. Not that we're not hasting a day, but hasting to try to figure out before our time, like, Jake trying it ain't working, man. It's he trying to figure shit out before his time, man. Go ahead.
For thou hast much exceeded.
Yep.
Did not the souls also of the righteous ask question of these things in their chambers,
Yeah, the souls of even the righteous.
saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion?
Yep.
When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward?
The fruit of the floor of our reward, which is the kingdom. Go ahead.
And unto these things Uriel the archangel gave them answer and said,
This is the important part right here. Go ahead.
even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he hath weighed the world in the balance.
Yep.
By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times.
So even if we got this truth and we, doing the work and it's fully committed so far as we do, still the world is being measured. Still these things are being prophesied. The prophecy is still being fulfilled, man. Go ahead.
And he doth not move nor stir them
Yeah.
until the said measure is fulfilled.
Yeah, he in prophecy is going to play out how it's supposed to. He's not going to steer it. It's not going to be touched. No man can steer it or mess with it until it is time. Go ahead.
Then answered I and said, O Lord, that bearest rule,
Yep.
even we all are full of impunity,
Impiety, I think it is.
piety. And for our sakes, peradventure, it is that the floors.
And I think that's urgent. I think I looked it up. It says something like dedication or something like that. Religiously dedicated or something like that. Go ahead.
For our sakes,
Yeah.
peradventure, it is that the floors of the righteous are not filled,
Yeah.
because of the sins of them that dwell upon the earth.
Go ahead.
So he answered me and said,
So he's saying, well, maybe the righteousness is not fulfilled within us because our people going, the sins of the earth is still going on. So maybe that's it. Go ahead.
So he answered me and said, Go thy way to a woman with child, and ask of her when she hath fulfilled her 9 months.
So pretty much it ain't even according to one doing wicked, because it said before the children even did good or bad, it was set that what they are always supposed to do. And the process of time, remember it said at the beginning that Jacob is Esau is the end of the world. Jacob's.
Mhm.
It said the end of the world. It didn't say like a specific time, like July.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just says the end of the world, and Jacob's beginning that followed thereafter. So just like a 9 months of woman, you can't choose what particular day she's gonna have it. They just said, within the
that
9
time,
months.
Yeah, within that time frame.
Yeah, you can't. But then when she actually have it, they say what time she had it
Mhm.
to the very minutes and what day and everything after she had it. But they don't know when she gonna actually have it that day. Go ahead.
If her womb may keep the birth any longer within her,
Yeah.
then said I, No, Lord, that can she not.
Yeah, but it's still saying too that it's gonna come. That baby's gonna come out. It ain't
Yep.
gonna be in there like 12 months.
Right.
You ain't never had a woman pregnant for 12 months, or just extended amount of time over. Like, you know what I'm saying? She gonna have that baby. So that's our hope. That's how we hope for that it's gonna come, even though it ain't gonna the specific day we want, or the Most High wish that it's gonna happen, cause that's what baby. That's what when women do when they pregnant, they have babies,
Yep.
and that's what the same thing as he set up with the analogy of us being in the kingdom. It's gonna happen, cause
Yep.
that's what happens. Kingdoms come.
And the Most High gave us a sign. He said, when you shall see
Yep.
earthquakes in diverse
That's
places.
that's the women. That's the woman's contractions are travailing.
There you go. The uproars of the people.
Uproars of the people.
Famine.
Neighbor against neighbor.
Neighbor-
Fight, yeah.
wars,
Wars,
rumors
rumors of
Roars
wars.
and rumors of war. Know
Yeah.
that what? That the time that the
Time
Most
is-
High is about to visit, man.
Yeah.
The earth that He created.
Yeah. And those contractions are here of that woman going through her labor to when her 9 months fulfilling, because that's when they get have the baby, when they
Yep.
have all those contractions. That's what's going on. What the brother just mentioned.
Yep.
Go ahead. So we about to get delivered. Israel. Go ahead.
If her womb may keep the birth any longer within her,
Yep.
then said I, No, Lord, that can she not.
She can't do that. She got to have that baby. Go
And he
ahead.
said unto me, In the grave the chambers of souls are like the womb of a woman.
Yep. Go ahead.
For like as a woman that travaileth maketh haste to escape the necessity of the travail,
Mm-hmm.
even so do these places haste to deliver those things that are committed unto them.
Yep.
From the beginning, look,
So from the beginning, so our righteous souls be crying out in this flesh since the beginning of time, to where this thing is very ending of this thing is delivered. Like Israel is going to be delivered to a righteous kingdom. Go ahead.
from the beginning, look, what thou desirest to see,
Yeah.
it shall be showed thee.
Yep.
Then answered I and said, If I have found favor in thy sight,
Mm-hmm.
and if it be possible, and if I be meet therefore,
Mm-hmm.
show me then whether there be more to come than is past,
Yeah. Whether they may be more to come after this. Go ahead.
or more past than is to come.
Yeah.
What is past I know, but what is for to come I know not.
So we know what was past, what is for to come. We know not the very what do you call it? The very experience of it, the very essence of it being happening. We just know what kind of the thing is coming. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, Stand up upon the right side,
Yep.
and I shall expound the similitude unto thee.
Yep.
So I stood and saw, and behold, an hot burning oven passed by before me. And it happened
Mm-hmm.
that when the flame was gone by, I looked, and behold, the smoke remained still.
Okay.
After this there passed by before me a watery cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and sent down much rain with a storm. And when the stormy rain was past, the drops remained still.
Yeah.
Then said he unto me, Consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke,
Mm-hmm.
but the drops and the smoke remain behind.
Go ahead.
So the quantity which is past did more exceed.
Yeah. So the thing that was past did more succeed. And basically, like what you think, what you have your mind on, you don't realize that there's something coming after it, which is basically showing you basically the core of your understanding of what's just happened. You know, that past has gone, then the smoke remains. You be like, damn, that's what. Read it again.
Then he said unto me, Consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke, but the drops and the smoke remain behind.
Yeah.
So the quantity which is past did more exceed. Then I prayed and said, May I live, thinkest thou, until that time? And what shall happen in those days? He answered me and said, As for the tokens whereof thou askest me, I may tell thee of them in part. But as touching thy life, I am not sent to show thee,
See?
for I do not know it.
You don't know it. And that's something about the Most High. Like even with Job, he said, the testing of us being here in the process of our time, nobody knows when we gonna die. They, that's what the angel was telling him. He was telling him a lot, but he said, for your appointed time, as far as when you die, I don't know. I can't tell you that. So, basically saying that we only subject right now to know certain things according to this flesh.
Right, we
know what I'm
know
saying?
in part.
We know in part.
Prophesy in part.
Prophesying, yeah.
And then two, that no one knows, not even Yahweh Shai,
The time.
when the
Yeah.
Most High is going to say, okay, then go.
Exactly. Exactly. So we shouldn't. You don't supposed to worry yourself, man, out of the truth. Worry yourself into destruction. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the most highest thing, man.
Right. Just know we're close.
We're close.
And like the elder Ara say from Dallas, he's like, don't piss yourself when you're right in front of the pot.
Yeah.
You done made it all the way home.
Exactly.
You done went down the freeway and shit. You done got off the freeway. You going on the surface streets. You close to your house. You done drove up your driveway. You done got out the car.
Yeah.
You done got the lock unlocked. You done got into the bathroom. You right in front of the pot. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna pee on yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. We right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold yourself. Hold your composure. Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That got you to this point, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't
You
try
know?
and go above your measure.
Right.
Yeah. Because a lot of us want to wonder where we're going to be, you know what I'm saying, in the times to come, what condition or what situation we in. It said he didn't even know about his life. Like, I don't know where you're going to be, but, we got the instructions of faith, the instructions of having faith. We got the blueprint right here.
What it say? Take no thought.
Take no thought which you to come upon you.
Yeah, what you shall eat, you
Yeah.
drink, or what you shall put on, your clothing.
Yeah,
Don't take no thought about it.
that's right.
But that's not saying to just be dumb and
Yeah.
stupid, knowing the times that we're in.
Yeah.
Certain things you have to be prepared for. You have to prepare yourself. Like we're preparing our faith. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in this time now and just go shopping for food and you just shopping for one day now. Knowing that the time that we're in, man, you're supposed to have a little food in your house.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A little water in your house.
So
You know
that's
what I'm
the
saying?
process of time.
Exactly.
We ain't saving up for eternity and shit.
Right.
It's
We don't
a
have
process.
enough. We don't have enough space, enough
Yeah.
time. But you do have enough space and time to to prepare for prepare for the day that you're in.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's right. So these things are going to come to pass, and these things are going to have to take place. Certain things are going to have to take place. It's a process of time that Esau have to rule. That's why he's ruling. Us to be on the bottom. That's why we at the bottom. It said in the scriptures, wait for it. It's going to be turned around. The Most High will fight for us. We got all the things that we need in this book, all the knowledge, wisdom, understanding we need in the book, all the help from the apostles, elders, all the from the brotherhood, to this point that we're still eating to this very day, still drinking to this very day, even though it's poison and bullshit in the world, we still are intact, man. So
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 3. I'm going to start at 14.
Mhm.
It says, I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. So the ways that the Most High got this place set up, the prophecies, the way it's going to happen, you can't do anything to upset it.
No.
It says, and the Most High doeth, that means that slot. And the Most High do it, that men should fear before him. Okay, so you're supposed to be fearing the ways of the Most High, that the Most High is the one that could put you to death. You know, could have you going hungry. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to fear the things that's coming into this world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
you're supposed to just fear the Most High.
Yeah.
It says, that which has been is now. The same shit that happened back then is going to
Yeah.
happen now.
Yeah.
And that which is to be hath already been. So we have examples of those things already. And the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, require that which is past.
Yeah.
Okay? And that which is past is, are the promises. He promised us the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? He promised that we're going to be over our enemies. You know what I'm saying? He promised us goodness, man.
Yeah.
You know, and righteousness. He promised us a new body. And that was all promised in the past, man. And he required that.
Yeah.
And the things that our enemies have done to us, he's going to require that at their hands as well, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, and it's all going through a process of time.
All process of time, man. And it's a saying that says, a mother, from a mother saying, I put you into this world, I'll take you out. I brought you into this world. Well, the Most High said, I put you in this slavery, I could take you out of slavery.
Exactly.
So he's the ultimate power, man. Ultimate boss. Full of power, wisdom, and all that. And through his son, Yahweh Shai, in the process of time, that's going to deliver us. And we pray and for that same hope and faith, man.
Yep.
So everything takes time, man. Just wait. But it's gearing come. Things are gearing change. Just
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
This 2020 changed a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it brought it back up to like things happening.
Yeah.
You know, certain things like, when is the time? Boom.
Hey, and the Most High cold with it too. Because it's 2020. And 2020 represents what? Vision.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the apostle coined it what? The year of prophecy.
Yep.
And what is a prophet?
See before
A seer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Seer.
The Most High cold with
It's
it,
all
man.
coming together, man.
Cold.
All come. So in due time, in the process of time, in due time, you're gonna see some things go down, man.
That's right.
You know, and hey, Most High willing, we be in the kingdom eating with the nations under our feet,
Mm-hmm.
with beautiful wives, beautiful children. You know what I'm saying? And forever royalty, man. I mean,
Yep.
forever, ever. That's why the Most High added that. Forever, ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ever.
And serving the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh
That's it.
Shai, man. You know, serving him and praising him, man. Giving him glory and honor and thanks, man. Because that's what we were created for.
Yeah.
We created for that.
Yeah.
We're the
Glorify
ones
the Most High.
who's supposed to be giving the Most High his thanks and his praises,
Yeah.
man. Okay?
Yep, that's right. Hey,
Yep.
with that, hope you brothers been edified. We can close out, man. Giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash, Barakatai Yahweh, Barakatai Yahweh Shai. That was the apostle, elders, great men, stone, must start teach to the brothers, his work for the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom. Man, just cut
Yeah,
off.
it just cut, huh?
Just cut off.